What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I gotta believe it is OBS. I got to believe it's the app OBS because we streamed multiple days of joint practice on StreamYard, and it was good. So I gotta believe it's OBS. OBS gives us the all the extra Flower Girl, Roots on 3. And so I got to find a way to transfer it over to OBS. To StreamYard so we don't have any technical difficulties. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. If so, do your boy a favor, hit the like. It's free, it's easy, it don't cost a thing, and it's greatly appreciated. We beat it by 12 minutes. 12 minutes before the game starts. A lot to talk about. No starters will play, included Jahan Campbell. No starters played versus the Ravens, but somehow Jahan Campbell got some minutes. This game, he won't even start, and they made a decision on Mekhi Lemon, who's been trending upwards. You saw him in pads the last day of joint practice versus the Patriots. You seen him running routes on air, but he won't play in this game. I'm thinking he'll play in the last preseason game. Shout out to the real ones that have been in here since the beginning. Young Zo, Richie, David, Ryan Rowe, Fibbox, Mama E, Ariel, Ever L, JB Warnock, Random Anton. We got Joe Eagle, Pretty Mimi, Prolific in the building. Philly Trez, Trey, Troop, Jones TV, Carlos Rosado, Sean Mula. If I missed you, my bad. Keep commenting or keep chatting it up. We going to talk about it today. And there's not much to actually talk about because it's a live play-by-play. We'll be reacting to what transpires in this game. What transpires in this game? It's hurt season in the building. What's going on with you, Brody? Let's bleep and go. We ready for some preseason football. Man, I can't wait for the starters. You know, as much as we're ready for preseason football, I think we're all ready for week one. Eagles, Commanders. You got Jalix Hunt, who's looking to have a monstrous year. You got so many people on the defense that we know who they are already. You got to see how this offense transpires. And there's players on the offense that we know who they are as well. Saquon, we know who he is. Hurts, we know who he is. But they're in a brand new system, and I can't wait to see, again, how it all transpires. Hurt season said, I can't wait to see Uar. Yes, me too. You know, he had a little bump in the road on some play action, which way did he go type stuff, but he figured it out. You saw him running down the field, doing some big things, standing guys straight up, got to finish on the tackle. But again, we're talking about his first game ever, not NFL game, first football game. Came in the NFL in the preseason, third quarter. I still enjoyed it. Derek Moore in the building, Philly strong. I appreciate y'all. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. 123 people here already. We should have close to 100 likes because y'all should be the real MVPs in the building. Nope, no lemon tonight. ENI. I agree. I want to see him so bad, but again, I will keep repeating what I saw happen to the Saints' first round draft pick, Jordan Tyson. I do not want to happen to him. The Eagles are a cautious team, and they've been successful in this cautious era. So as much as I want to be impatient, I got to trust the organization that has gave us winning football for a decent amount of time. Peter Riley said Uar Bernard is the future. Yeah, the funny thing is, anytime a question is asked to Vic Fangio in terms of Uar Bernard or any of them international players, he's like, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. So I like the realness in Fangio, but Clint Hurt likes what he sees. And so far, I think Clint Hurt has been doing work with them. So I like it. 138 people in here. Shout out to y'all. Can't wait to this game to come on. We need to turn up, preseason or not. What I want to see is just some chemistry, some symmetry, if that even is a word. I want us to look like we are prepared. And guess what? I understand the starters ain't out there, which is the real deal Holyfield for the season. But here's my thing. Sean Mannion, I got to start seeing something because you knew all week long that the starters weren't going to play. Now, granted, we're at joint practice. We're working with the starters a lot. But you got to be able to put a game plan together for your backups. Now, we can just say the backups are so trash they just can't go out there and run the game plan, maybe. But I need to see that we are prepared. I need to see less flags. I need to see more consistency. Tanner McKee, once upon a time, you flashed some good quarterback skills. Go out there and have yourself a game. Have yourself a quarter. Have yourself a half. However long they give you. It's going to help us be able to trade you. And it's going to let us see kind of what this offense looks like. Let me just say to the 139 people in here, hopefully we don't have no hiccups because it's not my internet per se, because we went live back-to-back days for the joint practice and it was easy peasy lemon squeezy, but that was on a different app. OBS has been acting up for live streams, and so we're going to have to wait and see if it continues to act up. I'm going to update it throughout this week, and if it doesn't work for the last preseason game, we will move all our audio stuff to StreamYard, and we'll figure out a way to do it on StreamYard. Shout out to the first super chat of the day. It's Hurt Season with a $5 banger.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
My man said, go Birds, DH, Uar, and Joshua W. First NFL game ever together last week. Dudes are the future. I liked it. Again, especially with Joshua Weru, he showed some speed, some bend, and for it being his first NFL game, he looked like he belongs. Uar took a little longer, but you see he got the NFL strength. He's stronger than NFL players already. So he just got to put it together. At least Joshua Weru has some rugby background. It's not the same as football, but it's little background doing something competitive. Uar played basketball. That is all. That is all. But shout out to It's Hurt Season for the super chat. Remember, every super chat gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway on September 30th. Any player or color you choose. Free entries will be in some videos coming up. Just make sure you watch the videos too. Hurt Season got 5 entries. We got another super chat from Mama E.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Shout out to her with the $20 banger. That means we open up this crown, Rizzy. She said, you already know what we do, Mike. Let's see if we worked on what was missed last week and see. My bad. You already know what we do, Mike. Cheers. Philly strong. Bird. Heart emoji. Let's see if we worked on what was missed last week and we can see some progress. Prayers. Philly strong. Bird gang. And Philly love. Gotta love that for sure. Let's hear from Mama E in the chat as we crack this bad boy open. Whatever y'all got going on. Y'all drinking water, juice, soda, Gatorade. Pull it out. And you could take that Gatorade shot with me. It's all good. But if you got that yak, you got something on board, wine, beer. Let's pour it up for a Saturday night preseason game 2. First one of the day always tastes the best. But guess what? They keep tasting better. The next one, the next one, the next one. Let's pour that a little higher. Come on, I'm over here skimping on the job. What we doing around here? What we doing over here? Shout out to Mama E. Shout out to Eagle Nation. Game starts in 3 minutes. Salute, Bird Gang. Crown Rizzy. Hopefully the Eagles get busy. We got 2 more super chats in the building.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
ENIG Matic with the $2 super chat. Didn't say nothing, but I appreciate the support. Young Zio757 with a $2 super chat. I just want to see fluidity in the offense. That's what I was trying to say. That's literally what I was trying to say when I was making up words, chemistry, symmetry, elementary. No, I'm just kidding. But I want to see some fluidity in the offense. We knew from the get-go that we weren't going to play our starters. That's just who we are as an organization under Nick Sirianni, the head honcho. So I need to see the fluidity in which you work through all week long to get these guys ready. Because I'm not saying it's going to translate to the Saquon Barkleys and the Jordan Maladas and the Lane Johnsons and the Jalen Hurts, but it could if it has to do with preparation. So give me some fluidity. I absolutely agree. Mama E gets 20 entries, and ENIG Matic and Young Zio both get 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on September 30th. Any player, any color you choose. Free entries will be in videos, and guess what? We might have to do 2 winners, not just one winner. We might have to pick 2. All you need is 1 ticket. You can have a lot, you can have a little. You know how the lottery is. It's a spin of the wheel. Shout out to my mommy in the building. I see you. Go Bird, you already know. Unique, what's going on? Bald Eagle, what's good, my guy? 218K said all my Eagles. Blazer, all my Eagle Blazers. Hey, if that's the way you doing it, I'm sipping, you puffing. That's cool to me. That's cool to me. Here we go. 1 minute until game time. Let's get this show on the road. It was a tough 2 days at joint practice, but at the end of the day, the Eagles finished so strong. So strong. You can't get mad at the way they finished. I absolutely love the way they finished. Absolutely love the way they finished. Offense being able to score 3 times in the air, 1 time on the ground. Jalen Hurts, like I said, 3 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, but being able to get everybody involved. Hollywood, Wicks, Goddard. I think Goddard's going to be literally the forgotten man in this offense. I honestly do. Because we heard about, like, think of what the Packers did with their tight ends. We're about to do that with a guy who just had 10 touchdowns. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought we were finished? Bald Eagle Guy podcast with the $20 banger.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Shout out to my guy who just dropped a big banger. He said he got that Henny on deck. MVP type year for the one and only Jalen Hurts. Hey, that's not me saying it. That's Bald Eagle Guy podcast. Go sub up to his channel. If you got one on YouTube, type in Bald Eagle Guy podcast. But he's calling that MVP Hurts type year. He got that Henny, which is a lot stronger than Crown Rizzy. But it's time to get busy, regardless. Salute to everybody in the building, including my guy, Bald Eagle Guy podcast. Let's get this W. And again, doesn't matter about the W, but as my guy, Young Zio said, the fluidity in the offense. Salute. Shot number 2. Again, let me know in the chat if we start lagging, because I do see some signs of a possible lag on OBS. Again, it is OBS. It's not my internet. It is absolutely OBS, but it is what it is. If it doesn't work with the upgrade this week, I'm switching to StreamYard. Every super chat dollar gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway on September 30th. Bald Eagle just got 20 entries on top of the other. 20 entries for Bald Eagle. 218K said Apple Crown. Victor said we need to do much better this game. I think the defense is nothing like our rate. I think Wait, what? Vikings defense is nothing like ours, and the Ravens were able to keep them to 13 points. Again, you're looking at a defense that doesn't have Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Zach Bond, so this is the backup defense. Yes, did we get cooked versus the Ravens? We did. We let Tyler Huntley and them boys go up and down the field. We had a couple turnovers. Think about this. We got our butts kicked by the Ravens, and we still had more turnovers on them, and they missed 2 field goals, or at least one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it 1 or 2? But the score was already out of hand, and we got a fumble recovery and a pick, I want to say. Can't really remember. I try to flush that, as Jalen Hurts says. At the end of the day, the turnovers were cool, but they marched up and down the field on us. And that was ugly. Ugly. But we're not going to act like Fangio's scheme ain't good. And at the end of the day, it was Fangio's scheme, but mind you, he's playing it very vanilla. Fangio's saving the good stuff for the season. He's saving the tough play calling when it's Q, Coop, Bond, Campbell, Carter, Davis, Hunt, Grenard, Makuba. Right now, it's Colwyn Newski. Maybe Trotter. He's nice. It's Mac McWilliams and guys who we don't want to see on the field. Keely Ringo. Yes, Keely got the pick. Young Zio said Keely picked and a turnover. Yeah, we got the stripped. We got the fumble recovery and the Keely Ringo interception in the red zone. How did I forget? It's our boy Keely. Yeah, right. Our boy Keely, right? Imagine if it really was our boy Keely. Crazy out here. Crazy out here. Let me just open this up so I can see the chat a little bit. Again, let me know if we are lagging. Let me know, please, if we are lagging. Boom, I can see the chat and everything's good. Looks good. I won't be able to see for lagging right away because of the way the screen is. So you tell me. It will go a long way. Let me know. Mama E said a team can show out in the preseason and go undefeated, but then do in the regular season. Correct. Because it's that being 3-0 in the preseason just means that your backups are better than other people's backups. But a team who has to rely on a lot of backups probably ain't going anywhere to begin with. So, yes, you need to have depth on your team to weather a couple injuries. If one player goes down on the linebacker group, if one player goes down in the edge rusher group, if one player goes down in the safety group, do you have a guy that can step in for a couple games? But you don't want to have to play multiple games with multiple backup players. You just don't want to do that. So congratulations to a team that is 3-0 in the preseason. You got great backups. Honestly, maybe your backups are better than some of your starters, to be honest. So you might have to question who should be the backup and who should be the starter. I'm just saying. Little Italia said, why is the game not on ESPN right now? The game is on NFL Network and the game is on NBC Philadelphia. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, you will get the game. Other than that, you got to watch it on the Boston broadcast. That means you have to be in Boston. And I believe NFL Network. Maybe it's on ESPN. Frost Burning Gaming, what's going on with you? Brandon, what's good? Here we go. Jake Elliott, the kickoff. The Patriots will receive the ball to start. And the kick is up. They're going to return it from the 5. He crosses the 20 up to about the 29-30. He gets upended pretty heavily by the Eagles special teams, and we got an injured player already. This is also why it's not good to it's also why you don't want to play your starters. You got an injury already. Hold up 1 second. Let me make sure we can move this down a little bit. Hold on 1 second. All right, we got a commercial break with an injury. Prayers in the chat. Prayers in the chat for the injured Eagle. I'm not even sure who it is. Not even sure who it is. Let me fix this, though. Let me move my screen up a little bit. Boop. And then let's move the YouTube thing up a little bit. Boop. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. But that little bit of mist is going to mess with my eyes the whole time. Let me see if I can slide it up a little more. Bang. That is what I call perfect. Patriots get the ball. Prayers in the chat. I can see them on the screen. That's that Philly prayer, that Philly love. It go a long way. It really do go a long way. Prayers in the chat. It looked like number 45. Who's number 45? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Jay Jackson? Jaron Jackson? It's like, no, I'm just saying stuff now. Shout out to everybody. We on shot 2. Get the juices flowing. We got 293 people in the building. If we can get to 200 likes, that mean y'all will be some MVPs. If we got MVPs in the house, hit the like. The more people who hit the like, better chance we get more people in the building. Hit the like, MVPs. The like button is literally free. It don't cost a thing, and it goes a long way. Wow, Eagle players taking a knee because it looks like a bad injury. Now the Eagle players get up. Let's see who's hurt. I got to turn my TV up. Somebody Jackson. 46 is Joshua Weru. 47 is Arnold Ebakaiti. Justin, what's going on with you? Patriots players on the knees as well. Looks like maybe a stretcher might be coming out. Didn't show anything yet. I got the Patriot players' jerseys numbers up because I'm gonna need help learning their backups. I know most of our backups, but who's 45? Somebody in the chat gotta know. They're showing Michael Carter the second, and they're going to a commercial break again. This has to be him going out on a stretcher. He has to be going out on a stretcher if they are literally going to back-to-back commercial breaks. That is not good. Whether he's a starter or a ninth stringer, he's still a human being. And to be carried out on the stretcher, 2 back-to-back commercials. I didn't see the stretcher. I'm only assuming at this point, but they literally brought the TV on. They brought the broadcast back on. They never showed them. They just showed multiple people kneeling, and then they went right back to commercial break. Shout out to DJV 2026 with the $10 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
My man said, let's go Eagles. Gotta love that. Bird emoji in the building. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
EAGLES Eagles!
So Atlanta since said it looks like it's Brandon George. Ryan Knob or Rye in the building said Brandon George as well. Yeah, it makes sense. Brandon George was a late roster move. He's a linebacker, I believe. He's the definition of what you think a preseason. Oh my goodness, yeah. The stretcher came out, ambulance on the field. Let's just take a moment of silence he's still a human being. Moment of silence. I'm going to give a 30-second moment of silence. Prayers, prayers, prayers to Brandon George. He got the stretcher out, the ambulance out. Now, again, that pretty much tells me his season's probably over. So he most likely wasn't going to make the Eagles roster, but maybe he could have put on a good showing and made another team. But, everybody's just trying to make their career. They're all trying to do what they love. That's crazy. That is sad to see. Any injury is sad to see, but to leave in a stretcher and ambulance, they definitely didn't want to show. So we don't know exactly what happened, but it was ugly. The way he upended the guy, you just seen him fall. He didn't move. He put his thumb up. He gave the thumbs up sign. That's always good. He gave the thumbs up sign. That is always something to look at in these situations. He gave the thumb up sign. I guess that's all you could really take. Here we go. Jeremiah Trotter is playing. And the funny thing is, yes, Jeremiah Trotter is a backup, but he will play. I think there's going to be packages where Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell and Zach Bond and Jeremiah Trotter. I do think you're going to see more Trotter than people realize. So at least we get to see somebody on the field that we will see with a starting defense, but he is the only, because Jahad Campbell's getting no snaps as well. Tiffany Simpson in the building said, who is it? I believe it's Brandon George, according to the chat. Believe it's Brandon George, according to the chat. Here we go. Here we go. Patriots on the field. Who's starting for the Patriots at quarterback? Let's see. Let's see. Quarterback's under center at the 30. He's going to hand the ball off to number 30. He goes up the middle for a gain of maybe 4. That is actually number 34. Let's see what his name is. I got to get all these. Once we get these squared, we'll lock them in. Larson on the carry for a gain of about 4. That should bring up about a 2nd and 6. Ty Robinson starting. Arnold Ebiketie, Gabe Hall, Miles Hinton, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., and Smile Munden as the linebackers. Secondary, Kay Gushkum, Keely Ringo, Mac McWilliams, and company. Under center, heavy formation, they're going to give it to Larson. No, it's a fake. He throws it deep, and it's almost picked off. Keely Ringo jumped it, and it's incomplete. Keely Ringo jumped the route, almost picked it off. The intended target was Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams on the outside was the intended target. Ringo backpedal, got out of his break quickly, and had a chance for the pick. You got to pick that, Ringo. Oh my God, it went between 2 hands and hit him in the helmet. It hits him in the helmet. Takes the snap, looking, firing. Larson on the screen, picking up a chunk of change. And he's going to get the first down and more. Pushed out of bounds by Gushna. But that is a big first down for the New England Patriots. Wow, what a change of, what a turn of events. That is Danny DeVito as the starting quarterback for the Patriots. But what a turn of events. Danny DeVito throws what should have been an interception by Keely Ringo. It went through his hands and popped him in a helmet. and then a screen pass to Larson, and he picks up a chunk of change. DeVito going to hand the ball off to Larson. He goes up the middle and picks up a short gain of maybe 2 yards. That should bring up a second and decent. You got to credit Ringo. You got to credit Ringo with the read. Ringo jumped the route, but could not secure the catch. My goodness. I thought, if anything, Ringo's hands were pretty good. I thought what kind of stunk on Ringo was him getting in and out of his breaks. So he gets in and out of his breaks tremendously, but couldn't finish the catch. DeVito under center, gonna motion, fake it to the fullback, hand it to Larson. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe falls forward for a half yard. Gabe Hall on the tackle, and the Eagles defense is now facing a third down. The first third down of the game for this Eagles defense. How do they respond? Larson tried to go up the middle. Gabe Hall makes the tackle, but 34, I think it's the safety, Gushna, we're going to call him K. Gush. I don't even know if that's Paul's worthy. I don't know how to say his full name. Pat's player down, it looks like, on a 3rd and 8. Prayers in the chat. Prayers in the chat. Pretty Mimi said, good hustle, Keely. It was. I mean, he still got the PBU. He got the PBU, but do you see? When the opportunity is available, you have to strike. Keely gets a PBU, which is still better than him giving up a catch. But he literally let it go through 2 hands. If my 11-year-old drops that interception, because my son plays receiver and corner, my son has a joint practice scrimmage tomorrow at 11 o'clock. My son got a joint practice scrimmage at 11 o'clock. So we in a joint practice / preseason time too with my little man, 11-year-old. He plays for JV varsity for it's not about the pounds anymore. It's anybody who, any 11 and 12-year-old is on JV varsity, junior varsity, I mean. My son's 80 pounds. He going to be going against the highest you can be as a skill position is 120. Still, my man got to go low if he's tackling someone 115, 120 pounds. All that being said, you got to catch that, Keely. We trying to get that stock up. You still a Philly dog, and you're really good at special teams. If you could just show us a little something. I think that train has left the station, to be honest. Shout out to everybody dropping the prayer emoji. I did say it. Prayers to the New England Patriots person. Hopefully he's good. Shout out to everybody in the building. Ryan said I have it on the ESPN app. Yes, you should be watching the game and watching Philly Mike. So it's like you know what's going on in the game without me even saying it, but we can talk about it as a family. Some people only watch me because they can't get the game. I respect it. That's why I try to do my best calling the game. But also, if you're watching the game yourself, you should be chilling with Philly Mike and let's have a little fun and drink some shots. Jalen Carter on the sideline talking with Nick Sirianni. Here we go. Big third down for the Eagles defense. The first one of the night. Stand up defense. Danny DeVito in the shotgun. He got 2 running backs in the backfield with him. DeVito takes a snap, looking, misses, sidesteps a sack, delivers. It's a diving catch, but it looks like he's out of bounds. Eagle players say out of bounds, and now a flag comes on the play. The penalty was on the Patriots. The Eagles decline it. That means it's a 4th down for the Patriots, and the Eagles defense get off the field. Wow, Gabe Hall with some early pressure, forcing Danny DeVito out the pocket. He slings it to Kyle Williams, but he can't keep the feet down. The catch was secured, but the feet couldn't stay in. Punt team on for the Patriots. And it's a boot. Actually, it's going to be Oh, almost fair call, but dropped. That is that little man, Britton Covey. But the refs say that he jumped back on it. That was a dangerous situation there. It looked like it was a big boot, but it hung up in the air real long. Covey calls for the fair catch, but it pops him right in the neck. At least the little man was able to jump on it. Thank the Lord. It popped him in the neck. Ball hits the floor, and two guys double his size try to get it, but Covey holds on to it. Shout out to little Cove. Here we go. Dalton under center. Dalton going to motion Cooper. They're going to hand the ball off. No, it's a fake. They faked the whole camera out, and Dalton got to throw it away in the area of Eli Stowers. So Andy Dalton from under center, a little play action, but the play action was so good, the camera went with Will Shipley. And then it went back to Dalton, and he threw it at the feet of Eli Stowers. Honestly, the hole was so big. The hole was so big, if he handed it to Shipley, he would have picked up 7, at least. Another under center play. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to hand the ball off to Shipley. Shipley making people miss, picking up the first down and more. Will Shipley pushed out of bounds, but not before he picks up 15 yards. And then Eagles, first down. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Look at the tandem from center and guard. Willie Lampkins and is that Drew Kendall sealing it off beautifully, letting Shipley get to the second level. Then Shipley with a move and a stiff arm, and now the Eagles are up to the 40-yard line. Dalton from the shotgun, they're going to hand it to Shipley. Shipley up the left side, keeping his legs moving, and picks up a chunk of change. Looked like it was going to be 2 and end up being about 4 with them legs churning. Fred Johnson, Drew Kendall, Willie Lampkins, Jake Majors, and Markel Bell are the offensive linemen. Like I said, it was a wall from Willie Lampkins and company. Cooper, Shipley, Watkins, Covey, and Stowers as the tight end and wide receiver duo / running back. Here we go. Eagles got the ball at the 45 in Philly territory still. Cooper in motion. Dalton takes a snap, looking, firing. That is going to be too high in the vicinity of Darius Cooper. But damn, can Dalton throw the ball? Cooper with a nice move, a little speed out, and Dalton just overthrew him. He stuck his hand up in the air, but could not bring it in. It was way too high. This is the first third down for the Eagles offense on their first possession. Shotgun formation. Shipley to the left of Andy Dalton. 2 wide receivers to the right. Clock is down to 9 seconds. Dalton, with 5 seconds on the play clock, takes the snap. Dalton firing, and it's going to be out the reach of Eli Stowers. He had an opportunity, went up with one hand, but again, Dalton is way too high.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Eli Stowers running a corner route, and the ball was too high. He went up with one hand, and it just tipped off the fingers. If he brings that in, though, everybody's saying, oh my God, Eli Stowers! But Dalton with 2 high passes, forcing a punt for the Eagles. It's going to go out of bounds, and the Patriots will start with decent field position. The punt kind of sailed on Brandon Mann. Why is Andy Dalton starting over McKee? I mean, McKee wasn't much better, but my goodness, was he a little better.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That is ugly. Super ugly. Here we go. Danny DeVito got the ball. They're going to motion the wide receiver in to the left. DeVito takes a snap, looking, firing, and that's going to be caught by the tight end, 86, who goes by the name Efton Shims. Efton Shims on the catch. He picks up close to a first down, but he didn't fully get it. Here we go. 2nd and 4 for the Patriots. Ball at the 22-yard line in New England territory. Pony formation. That's 2 running backs in the backfield. They're going to motion 86 to the left. Quick pass that's going to be caught by Kyle Williams. Short of the first down, a fumble. They're going to mark him down, but the ball did come out. The ball literally came out. My goodness. The ball came out. Let's see what happened on this play. Quick pass caught, drug back by Mac McWilliams. He was down. It does look like he was down. It did look like he was down. Patriots under center again this time with a first down. Ball at the 26. They're going to hand it off to the backup running back. And he picks up a maybe 2 or 3 on a play. Let's see who that is. 30-something. I'm just trying to fix something real quick. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Here we go. 2nd and 7. They're showing A.J. Epinesa. Danny DeVito in a shotgun. Takes a snap. They're going to fake it to the running back. Quick pass, and that is caught on the outside by number 23. He picks up a short gain. That's going to bring up a 3rd and interesting. Number 23 for the Patriots. He goes by DeGano. What the? DeGennaro. These guys' names, dog. Why can't your last name be Smith? DeGennaro. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Larson back in as the running back. They motion number 19. DeVito changing the player, calling out the protection. DeVito dropping back, pressure in his face. He's going to run for it. DeVito scrambling for the first down, gets it, but his shoestring tackled by Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Still gets the first down, but could have got a lot more if Jeremiah Trotter Jr. wasn't there. If Jeremiah Trotter Jr. wasn't there. Wow. Smile Munden with the blitz. Had a chance. Ooh, that was actually good blocking by Larson. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. tracked him down, though, but the Patriots are driving. Ball up to the 41. Still in New England territory. They're going to hand the ball off to number 30. He goes up the middle and possibly loses a half a yard. Number 30, Miller, Jam Miller for the Patriots, takes the rock and maybe loses a half a yard on that play. Sheesh. The D-line was all over him. From Hinton to Gabe Hall to A.J. Epinesa being held, everybody was there. Everybody was there for our Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go defense! Ball at the 41-yard line. 2nd and 10. They're going to motion Minor to the right. Another blitz from Jeremiah Trotter Jr. And he gets the first sack for the night. Philadelphia Eagles defense is taking a big stand, but that blitz was sturdy. I couldn't even dissect what happened. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. looked like Troy Polamalu guessing the snap count. My goodness. The ball was snapped, and in 0.3 seconds, Trotter was all over Danny DeVito. My goodness. Be incomplete.
showing up and we gon' fight. You see, we strive.
My bad, y'all. Everything just spammed out because I clicked the wrong button and changed screens. Shout out to y'all for staying with me. But Kyle Williams was the intended target, and it will be incomplete. And Ty Robinson with a nice little hit on Danny DeVito. The punt is up, 4th and 14, and now it's the Eagles' ball. It's a big punt, and it's going to go to Covey inside the 5. Covey up to the 20, staying in bounds. Britton Covey with a big-time return for the Philadelphia Eagles. I set all the alarms off. It's because Jeremiah Trotter Jr. was disgusted on that play. I'm trying to tell you, do you remember vintage Troy Polamalu? Now, he was a little different. Polamalu would run up and jump over the offensive line with a perfect time snap and get on the quarterback. Trotter wasn't necessarily that good, but man, did Trotter run down, never hesitate, and it was beautiful. He was literally in there right away. Right away. Like, I don't think anybody at the linebacker position could have timed it better. He got in there and got the first sack of the day. Then on 3rd and long, deep ball to Kyle Williams, good coverage by Keely Ringo, and it's the Eagles football. Then on the flip side, the punt goes inside the 5. A lot of people would have told Britton Covey that don't feel that. Let the ball bounce into the end zone. You'll get it at the 20. He fielded it inside the 5 and took it to the 25-yard line. We got a super chat from Spetch D49.
EAGLES Eagles!
Appreciate the $2 super chat. Can Traden BA unbe considered? Can Traden BA unbe considered? BA? Who's BA? Let me know who you're referring to as BA. Maybe I'm not even thinking right. And honestly, it's not enough shots. It's not enough shots. This bottle is way too full. Way too full. Not enough shots. Y'all know what to do, though. $20 super chat and Philly Mike taking a shot. The defense is playing worthy for sure. Mama E said also, why would a Bond trade? Oh, Zach Bond? Why would a trade even be a thought? The thing is, if Trotter is really about that life and Jahad Campbell's about that life, we could consider Zach Bond future not as long as we think. But right here, right now, Zach Bond is still the best linebacker in the building. But let's talk about this game. We'll talk about it a little more. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Dalton going to hand it off to Shipley. He goes up the right side, makes a cut, and picks up maybe 4 yards. A tough 3 or 4 yard run because there was nothing there. He high steps it inside and picks up a little bit more than he would have if he kept the outside stretch zone run. Sheesh. Shipley is showing some life. They're going to call it a gain of 3. Shipley is literally showing some life. I like that out of Ship. Here we go. Here we go. Andy Dalton under center. They're going to fake it to Shipley. Pressure in his face. Gets it off to Darius Cooper. He got the first down and more. Was trying to be tripped up, but he stayed on his feet. Cooper with the first down and more for an Eagles big-time game. That was beautifully done. Andy Dalton with some play action, pressure in his face. It was a 2-yard drag route. Cooper called it, outran the linebacker, stayed on his feet when he tried to shoestring tackle him, and picked up a chunk of change more. That yards after the catch was real on that play. Ball in New England territory, mark it at the 49. They're going to hand it to Ship. Ship up the right side, stiff arming, and staying on his feet for an extra 3 or 4 yards. My God. Will Shipley was met at the line of scrimmage, stiff-armed him, and ran a little bit more before he was forced out of bounds. Let's take a look at Markel Bell. Ooh, what a beautiful block for the rookie third-round pick out of Miami. Sets the edge for Will Shipley. But again, Shipley is running tough. Yards after contact for real, dog. Dalton in the shotgun. They're going to hand it to Ship. Ship's going to be hit in the backfield. A loss of 4 yards on the play. Philly Mike just had to keep on hyping up the Ship. But that really wasn't his fault. O-line sold on that play. 2 or 3 Patriot defenders were in the backfield as Shipley was taking a handoff. There's not a running back in the NFL that could have done much with that possession. That brings up a third down. 3rd and 7, says Steven. Dalton in the shotgun. Shipley to his left. Dalton takes a snap, looking, firing. That is going to be caught by Cooper, and he'll be taken out of bounds short of the first down marker. So it is decision time for the Eagles. Decision time for the Eagles. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left of the first quarter, and it's decision time. Smitty with the towel on his head, chilling on the sideline, watching the game. 4th and 1. Will we see our first brotherly shove of the season? No, we won't. Dalton in the shotgun on 4th and 1. Ball at the 40. Britton Covey in motion. Dalton takes a snap. They're going to throw it on 4th and 1. Quick pass call. That is Darius Cooper again. He's been the go-to man on this drive. Great catches, 2 first downs, and the Eagles got a new set of downs. That was a gutsy call. The run game has been clicking. This game, at least the short run game, has been clicking. And on 4th and 1, they dial up a pass play. And who do they go to? Shorehand Cooper. And the funny thing is, I'm saying Shorehand Cooper when he almost dropped it. You know what I'm saying? But he's able to keep it in. They're going to motion. Who the heck is the other 46? I know Weru's one. They're going to motion, I think, that might be Davis. They're going to hand the ball off to Shipley, and Shipley runs hard for a gain of 9, bouncing off multiple Patriot players. This man was contacted at the 2-yard positive line. I don't even know what that means. Shipley's first contact happened 3 yards down the field, but he was rumbling, bumbling, sure enough, fumbling for an extra 5-6 yards. Them legs don't stop moving for Shipley. Eagles' best drive of the day comes on possession number 2. 6 carries, 38 yards, a 6.3 yards per carry for the Ship Man. Wait, Ship Man. It sounds like I just called him. Yo, somebody help your boy, dog. I'm over here thirsty. I can't even pronounce my P's or T's. The Shipley, just call him Shipley. I'm not call him Ship Man. It sounds. I love y'all to death. Ken said, let's go Birds. Chris Moore said, turnover, timeout Pats. They need one. Here we go. 2nd and 1 for the Eagles. Right now, it looks good with the move that Sean Mannion did to the press box. Cameron Latu in motion. Dalton changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Shipley in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Shipley. No, it's a play action. Dalton on the run throws to the feet of number 46. Who's 46 for the Eagles? Somebody let me know. Is that Davis? Skeletor 88 in the building. Long time no see, my guy. Much love. Ryan Knob said, that's your second bottle. Don't lie, Mike. No, it's not. Listen, I'm always going to be hype, and I talk so fast that sometimes my brain can't keep up when it's these live play-by-plays. I actually talk better when I'm tipsy. Ask the real ones. Dalton going to hand it off to Shipley. He goes up the middle and picks up the first down and more. Needed 1 and drives hard through for maybe 3 yards for an Eagles first down. At the end of the day, it's a live play-by-play. I'm not trying to just be like this. Dalton takes a snap. He's looking. He's firing. Nah, I gotta be EA Sports. We in the game. So I gotta be up. Yeah, I might have a heart attack during the game, but I will be all right. Here we go. Ball inside the 20, mark it at the 15. Cooper in motion. They're gonna take the snap, hand it off to Shipley. Shipley up the middle, keeping the legs moving for a gain of 7 yards. Shipley. And low-key, he's running behind a beautiful offensive line. I said it in one video, I said it in 2 videos, and I'm going to say it live to y'all. The Eagles' backups at the offensive line position are way better this year. I'm not asking Jurgens or Dickerson to miss time, but if they do, we're in good hands. Dalton going to hand it to Shipley. Shipley falling forward for a gain of 4. He needed 4, and he got it. You hand the ball to Shipley, you get first down! 15 seconds left of the quarter. Will they let the clock run to 0 and score in the second half? Lane Johnson on the sideline looking real ready to play. Again, think about this. Reading comments is easy, but again, I don't want to just be like, Dalton takes a snap, looking, firing. I gotta bring the juice. I just need y'all to continue to help me bring the juice by keep chatting in the chat. Keep chatting. If I don't read it, there's gonna be times where I need to read it because I'm stuck. I don't know what to talk about, so I need to read chats too. But I need the energy keeps coming. And here's the thing, we got 450 people in the building. I need at least 350 likes. There's no reason we can't get more likes. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. Actually, all 3 of them don't. The like button is free, and it brings more Eagle fans, Patriot fans, NFL fans. The subscribe button is free, and that notification button is free. It's like getting a text message when I go live or upload. We uploaded a video today. If you missed my video, the video was about Eli Stowers. People are calling this man a bust already. That's why I wish Andy Dalton threw that pass a little lower. My man would have one hand snagged it, and everybody would have been like, well, yes. You know what I'm saying? Philly Jackson said, hit the like button. S. Burst, and I'm liking Sean in the booth. This is much better, much better. As my guy said in the beginning, we just want to see some validity. Fluidity. That's the word. We want to see some fluidity with this offense. And thus far, we're seeing it. And mind you, the play calling, I think the play calling was decent versus the Ravens. It's been better with him being in the booth. But again, drop passes in the Ravens, high passes in the Ravens, flags. So far, we haven't seen the flags. We haven't seen the drops. But we did see a couple high passes, but we're able to overcome it. Shout out to my guy, Michael Michael 8624 with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Michael.
EAGLES Eagles!
My man said this backup O-line may just be better than a lot of teams' week 1 starters. I got to co-sign that. Again, Willie Lampkin is a dog. Drew Kendall took a big jump. Jake Major is not too shabby. And Markel Bell is a grown man. Fred Johnson is not that bad either. I love it. Ball inside the 10, mark it at the 5. They hand it to Shipley. He's going to pick up maybe 1 yard on that play, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Not much room there for Shipley, but he did find a small crease to fall forward for 1. That brings up a 2nd and goal. Phil Skip agrees with Michael. Flan Band agrees with Michael. A lot of people are agreeing with Michael in the $5 super chat. Remember, You get entries into the jersey giveaway on September 30th with that super chat. Dalton hands it off to Shipley again. He's going to fall forward for an Eagles touchdown!
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Let's go! Last game, it took 3.5 quarters to put 7 on the board. And Willie Lampkin, Drew Kendall, and company blocking for Shipley just walked them down. Just walked them down. Shipley on a HB dive right up the middle was contacted at the 3-yard line. But one thing we saw for sure on, oh my God, Willie Lampkins with the double. Hey, yo, Willie Lampkins was bringing 2 people down. Hey, yo. Oh, shoot. Jake almost missed it. He got it in by the skin of his teeth. Shout out to DJV2026 with the $10 super chat. It's his second one. If only he combined them, we'd be taking a shot. But did y'all see Willie Lampkin with the clothesline too, guys?
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
The other half to get you right. All right, you know what? I'm going to have to do it. I mean, it's preseason, so we working out the kinks, you know. We going to have to, we going to make it work. 10 plus 10 equals 20. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. It is the preseason, so we might have to have a little bit of different rules. A little different rules. But, yo, did you see the block? I ain't never seen an offensive lineman do what Willie Lamb can do. Willie, bro, that was crazy. Absolutely crazy. He literally, so the left guard was blocking his guy, but maybe he was getting beat a little bit. So Willie Lampkin is blocking his guy with his hand like this and put his other hand out to grab whoever the left guard is, Jake Major or Drew Kendall. He grabbed him and said, my man's running with a grown man on both arms into the end zone. Patriots return it, and it'll be tackled at the 25-yard line. That is the rookie, Cole Wisniewski, on the tackle. That was crazy. It's a preseason game. And for me to be getting this hype, it's only because I saw something I haven't seen. Like, I just never seen that before. That was wild. I love that. Willie, a pinball. What Jordan Davis call him? A bowling ball of knives. It's preseason. I'm going to take one because I'm thirsty anyways. They're going to motion minor. Hand the ball off to another running back. Who the heck is 26? Hold up. 26 is Jennings. Terrell Jennings on the run. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Once again, shout out to my guy DJV, who said, here's the other half. And because DJV's been rocking with me for so long, I'm going to take it on the chin for him. Because he did drop the 10 and 10. Next time, just save it. You know what I'm saying? But the real games are the real games. You know, we got to be real on our P's and Q's. They're going to hand the ball off to Jennings again. He's bouncing off a couple defenders, keeping the legs moving, and picks up maybe 4. He'll be short of the first down, but that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Shout out to my guy, though, Phil Skip. And Phil, we trust. And Phil, we trust.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
My man said, I know it's preseason. Time for a shot. And I promised I was going to take DJVs. So we're going to go back to back real quick. But first, let's look what Danny DeVito does. I formation. They're going to hand it off to Jennings. He goes up the middle, and he's going to, I don't know. He got it. He got it. Let's do DJVs first. DJV, if you got anything in your hand, sip on it. Uar Bernard is in the building. He's on the field. Salute to y'all. Everybody should be taking a shot. Just not just Philly Mike. Raise your glasses. Now we going to get to Phil Skip. The real deal Holyfield $20 banger.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Uar Bernard in the game for the Eagles. I don't know if Joshua Weru is yet, but man, Tank Bigsby not playing lets us all know that he's really RB2. But man, Shipley is showing some stuff this game. Phil Skip, if you got something, pour it up, my guy. Phil Skip has already won a jersey too. Phil Skip has won a jersey. I do want to remind everybody that every Super Chat dollar gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway on September 30th. And 20 goes to Phil Skip, 10 goes to DJV, 10 more, and Derek Moore gets 5 as well. There will be free entries. You just got to watch the videos for it. DeVito takes a snap. Play action. Has time. Now pressure in his face. Scrambling. DeVito gets the first down and more. Crossing the 50. Inside the 30. Danny DeVito looking like Lamar Jackson. What the is going on? Lordy. The contain got lost there. Cole Wisniewski forces him out of bounds. It looks like, my goodness. Let's see. The pass rush got up the field. Uar Bernard and company got up the field. The pressure was brought on by Uar and 64, and DeVito just escaped. And the blocking downfield was good, and he goes all the way for a huge gain. Ball inside the 30, mark it at the 27. DeVito dropping back, firing, and that is too far. Try to hit Minor on the outside, but it will go out of bounds. That brings up a second down. Phil Skip, Eagle Nation, raise your glass. Salute. Uar Bernard taking a break real quick. We got 500 people in the chat. Please hit that like button. It's free and it goes a long way. Next commercial break, we're going to hear from the sponsor of the channel. DeVito, motion and Minor. They're going to hand the ball off to another running back who goes up the middle for a gain of, oh my goodness, this man is not trying to go down. Whistle continues to blow and he's still staying up. He'll pick up maybe 4 or 5. Who is this? What number is he? Shout out to everybody taking shots with your boy Philly Mike. Derek Moore with the $5 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
He said, I see the offensive concept. The league is in trouble, bro. Lampkin and Bell are a problem. Watch the line, not the ball. Yes, the line is moving bodies. Snap for Danny DeVito. Quick pass that is going to be off the hands of Kyle Williams. Good defense by Andre Sam and Thomas. Sandwiching him a little bit. He's only able to get one hand on it, and that brings up a 4th down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Field goal unit is on the field, and the kick is up, and it is good. Before we continue, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, Prize Picks, which is America's #1 sports picks app. And it's so simple. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineups. That's it. However, maybe you rather pick the team that wins instead of player stats, which is now on Prize Picks. Spreads, totals, pick'ems, whether it's a game or a fight. And best of all, Prize Picks got a new user offer that is really going to benefit you. Now, just play $5 and get $150 in lineups. If you win, you got to use code HMA when signing up to once again play $5. If you win, you'll get $150 in lineups. Sheesh. Link in the description. The season is upon us. I think the over and under for Makai Lemon yards is like 36.5. So, once the season gets close, go ahead and download Prize Picks using the link, code HMA, and man, oh man, hit that over for Makai Lemon. He gonna get it. I'll show you that I'm gonna do it in the upcoming videos. G-Lo said, defense. I love the defense. Listen, in today's world, everybody wants offense, pretty, offense, and that's cool. But sign me up for that rough, tough defense. I'm always on it. I always accept it. Look, if you give Jalen Hurts a good defense, you're going to lose because Jalen Hurts knows how to win. He knows how to win the grimy game. He knows how to win the run game. He knows how to win the pass game. He can win in so many ways. So many ways. And that is a skill set. The pretty passers only know how to win games passing it pretty. That's true. Josh Allen, he's going to win with 300 passing yards, but when he lose, he might have 300 passing yards but 4 interceptions or something like that. Come on, bro. Shout out to True Life Turpin with a $2 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Philly Mike, you coming like it's regular season. Each week we get a little closer. And each week I get a little more hype. And if you think I'm hyped now, wait till the season starts, bro. I'm a freak. I'm a sicko. I'm one of them dudes that if I was at your crib, your neighbors are going to hate me. Don't worry, though. We going to have a fun time. That's why I make sure I got enough space in my area where I can scream and nobody going to hear me. That's also bad if somebody's trying to kill me, too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Here we go. Ball return at the 5. Eagles bringing it out. Okay, 49 breaks a couple tackles, and he takes it all the way to the 35-yard line. Ezaraku, or I don't know how to say his name. Ezaraku or Ezaruku? I don't know. But shout out to True Life Turpin. You got 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on September 30th, my guy. Shout out to Phil Skip. He said, if I win the jersey, I will give it up and let someone else win. Get one since I won one already. That is a true soldier right there. Phil Skip already won a jersey. Still dropping $20 super chats just to get Philly Mike tipsy. I respect you, Phil. And he said if I win another one, because now I got 20 entries and he might have more entries by the time we do the draw, he said he's going to give it up. Hey, Phil Skip, show some love to Phil. Because if he wins with multiple entries, he might give it to someone who don't even have an entry. Respect. Dalton dropping back, quick pass, low, and it's going to be incomplete. Whoa, intercepted? What? First of all, there's a flag on the play. The pass was low. Roughing the passer on the defense, so it doesn't matter even if he did pick it. Roughing the passer, so it doesn't even matter if he did pick it. But how did that get picked? The ball was so low. Number 50 came in and blasted Andy Dalton. Oh my God, he almost took out Markel Bell. Bro, he went right into the legs of Markel Bell. Is he okay? Bro, the replay had Markel. Oh, he's up. Yo, Markel Bell is a dog. The replay had Markel Bell get twisted up like a pretzel, like a 6'9" pretzel. That is not. Ouch. He's still in the game, though. Respect, bro. Absolute respect. Thank the Lord. Dalton under center, ball at the 30. Shipley in the backfield. No, that's not Shipley. That's Carson Steele. He tried to sling it to Quez Watkins, and that's going to be incomplete. Is that Watkins, really? Yeah, it is. That man's hair is long now. Quez been growing his hair longer than he got to catch. He's been growing it since the last time he dropped it in the Super Bowl. Oh, Lord, that was a horrible pass, Dalton. Ryan Knobs with the $2 super chat. Get those reps in, Mike. You already know. Get them reps. 1, 2, 3. Shotgun formation, empty back set for Dalton. Ball at the 30. 2nd and 10. Takes a snap, pressure in his face right away, and he just slings it to Watkins. Incomplete. That's going to bring up a 3rd down for this Eagles offense. Pressure off the left side of the offense, free blitzer. I don't know who. Oh, shit. All right, never mind. I thought it was Stowers. I thought Stowers messed up and missed the block, but no, Stowers was running a route. I don't know who was responsible for him on that, but it was a free blitzer. That brings up a 3rd and 10 at the 30. Eagles got to get this or the punt team's coming on. Here comes another blitz. Dalton, quick pass, caught and dropped. And he goes to Quez Watkins. And there we go, Quez Watkins. Damn you!
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I got to have a little fun with it. Quez Watkins, catch the ball. Oh, that was a nice play by 28. What's 28's name? He got his hand in there and punched it out. So I can't even be too mad at Watkins, and it would have been short of the first down anyways. Punt team is on. Ryan Knobs gets 2 entries into the jersey giveaway. All you need is 2. $2 entry. You might have people having a lot more, but you can still get it. Ball returned at the 10 and taken down at the 24-yard line. That's where the Patriots will start this drive with 10:34 remaining in the second quarter. Shout out to everybody who, listen, as long as you hit the like, I love you to death. First, you got to like, then you got to comment. If you're liking and commenting, we 2 peas in a pod. Or 100 peas in a pod, or 500 peas in a pod. Quez being Quez says Romulus. I didn't miss you, Ariel Mass with the $20 banger.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Ariel says, welcome, fly Eagles fly. And she uses Ariel uses the $20 banger just to say something like, because Ariel's been here since the beginning. 5 years ago, I was doing play-by-plays, and Ariel was here. Appreciate you, Ariel C. Mass, channel member, $20 banger. Let's pour this up and talk about it while it's commercial break. Ryan Knob said, Vildor sounds like a name out of Lords of the Ring. It really do, though. Hey, Ariel, I need you to pour something up yourself. Oh, that's a big boy. That's a big one. Salute to Eagle Nation. Salute to the 7-3 lead. Again, it's preseason. I don't care about winning. I just want to see Eagle players putting in work. The guys who were on the bubble, get off the bubble. Play caller, show us something. Andy Dalton, you suck though. Anyways, Ariel, Eagle Nation, salute. Let's go. That one was filled to the brim. Filled to the brim. All good, though. 466 in the chat. Please hit the like. I know a lot of y'all already hit it, but there's still probably a couple hundred that didn't hit it. Y'all can hit it. It's free. True Life Turpin with a $2 super chat. I'm going to say thank you for the jersey now. Good looking. Hey, you got 4 entries into it. And all it takes is that true life luck type. You heard? 20 entries for Ariel C. Mass. 2 entries more for True Life. Appreciate the super chat. And True Life already expects that jersey. What size you wear? Let me know. If you that confident, let me know the size and the player and the color. You want Kelly green, white, black, midnight green? Who you want? Hey, I need to get me a Willie Lampkin jersey for real, but here we go. Ball at the 23-yard line. Patriots got the ball again. They're going to motion minor, hand it off to Jennings, and he goes up the middle for a solid gain. That is Haskins? Sheesh, they changing running backs like crazy. They changing running backs left and right. Every single run is a new running back. Lordy. They're all trying out. The Patriots don't trust their second string running back. I know they got Ramondre Stevenson. 86 in motion. I forgot his name. DeVito. Under center. They're going to fake it to Jennings. Try to dump it off, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up a third down for the Patriots. Big third down. The pressure from the deep tackle and the edge. Gabe Hall with the upfield pressure makes the ball come out hot, and it's tipped by the edge rusher 43. Who is that? Is that Ebakaiti? Okay, Ebakaiti. Third down for the Patriots. Big time snap. DeVito looking, firing, caught. First down and more. And he's going to take it deep. That is Chinsim 3. Chimson the third. I don't know how to say his name. But 86 Chimson, big time first down on third down on a crosser. Smile Munden on the blitz. So they blitz Smile Munden. And they're playing zone behind it. Nobody really accounting for 86. Chinson. Ball inside Eagle territory, mark it at the 47. DeVito takes a snap, pumps, looking, firing it deep, one-on-one coverage, and it's going to be incomplete. He tried to target Keely Ringo, but it's incomplete. And a flag on the play. They're going to call Keely Ringo for some dumb shit. What? That shit look clean, dog. I ain't trying to be a Keely Ringo supporter. For real. But that look clean. Let me see the replay. Can I at least see the replay? I respect it if you show me the replay. Ringo playing off coverage on 88. Ooh, hit him with a double move. Clean. Bro bumped him. That's dirty. Keely Ringo is not somebody I want to ever play for the Eagles in meaningful minutes. I understand that. But don't do my man dirty. He's still a Philly dog. Ball inside Eagle territory. Oh, they're going to call him for holding. So it's not a PI flag, but there's a flag on the Patriots. False start. So bring that back. That's called karma. So Ringo don't get hit with a PI call. He gets hit with something that only makes a move up 5 yards. And then now moving back 10 yards on a false start. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Shout out to True Life Turpin with another $5 super chat. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's always our year, every year. Salute. I love the way you talk. Ball at the 47. DeVito in the shotgun. Gonna motion Chinsom inside. DeVito takes a snap. Pressure in his face. Quick call. Quick pass by DeVito. Caught by Chinson. And he'll be gang tackled by a bunch of Eagles, but Thomas was the first one there. That's a second down now pending. Under 9 minutes left of the half. Patriots got the ball to start this game, so the Eagles will get the ball to start the third quarter. 2nd and 8. True Life with another $5 super chat. Give me all black. I need the Jalen Hurts Love Hurt XXL. Hey, True Life Turpin is confident. Ball at the 40.5-yard line. DeVito, pressure in his face. He's going to escape. He's going to dodge another one, but be taken down by Smile Munden. Not a sack because he picks up maybe a yard, but that will bring up a third down. Can the defense get off the field? Danny DeVito dancing around in the backfield, able to gain one, but Smile Munden, the linebacker out of Georgia, 6'2", 224, only 23 years old, second year in the league with the tackle. Big third down for the Eagles defense. They're going to motion Chinsom. DeVito, pressure in his face, and he's taken down. That is Ty Robinson, the Vanilla Gorilla, who literally just came off life support, according to our boy Vic Fangio. Fangio said that this man was on life support, and he's been taken off. He beats the double team and gets down Danny DeVito. That is back-to-back sacks for the D tackle. Ty Robinson, I stopped calling him the Vanilla Gorilla because you can't have a cool nickname if you trash. He might just got that nickname back. He might just got that nickname back. The Vanilla Gorilla really might got it back. It's going to be in the end zone, so it will be a touchback. Let's get back to the comments real quick. Once again, True Life Pain, I'm going to show you the graphic. Every Super Chat dollar gets you an entry to the jersey giveaway on September 30th. Any player or color you choose, there will be free entries in upcoming videos. So if you don't Super Chat, but you've really been rocking with Philly Mike for years, you can get entries into the jersey giveaway when I do the code or whatever I say in the video. Just make sure you comment, and you'll have a chance too. I did see another one. I thought I saw another one. Shout out to ENIG Matic with a $2 super chat. Love all the Eagles ladies in the chat. Hey, real quick, shout out to all the female Eagle fans. Now, let's hear it for the ladies. I love when a female not only watches the Eagles, but can hold it down in any type of conversation. I really, absolutely, from the bottom of my heart, respect it. I love it. We need more females in this sports area, in this sports world, in this sports discourse. We need them. We need them. Shout out to the ladies who hold down Philly. One more time. Shout out to the ladies. I like it. I like it. I like it. 7-3 ball game, 6:54 remaining in the second quarter. Eagles will start this drive from probably the 20, but here they go, showing them Willie Lampkin highlights, sealing it all for Will Shipley on a big gain. Now again, Lampkin just manhandling this guy, keeping him all the way. He don't touch nothing. Lampkin is no joke, dog. Yo, hold up. Here it is. Here it is. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. We haven't did the roots and the flowers all game. You ain't lying. Let's do it for the lady. The roots are for the guys, but the flower girl are for the ladies. I almost forgot about that. Roots on 3.
Keep that roots going, baby! Roots on 3! 1, 2, 3, roots!
And you know what comes after the roots, right?
Flowers everywhere!
We love the flower girl, and the flower girl's wearing midnight green, you heard? Here we go. Ball at the 20-yard line. Dalton, under center. They're going to motion Davis, pitch it to Carson Steele, and he picks up maybe 2.5, 3 yards. It's going to bring up a second down. This is Tanner McKee's game now. I said Dalton, but I was capping. I just saw a white boy out there and said Dalton. Dalton is 3 of 10 for 44 yards. The Eagles have a touchdown with Dalton only completing 30% of his passes. Yuck! Sean Mannion can't make that any better. Tanner McKee time. 2nd and 7. McKee changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He takes this one from under center. Going to hand it off to Carson Steele. Carson Steele got the first down and more. Needed 7 and picked up an 11-piece McNugget. Carson Steele for an Eagle. First down. I just want to make sure that we know. ENIG Matic, I didn't forget you. You got 2 entries into the jersey giveaway as well. If I ever forget to pull up the graphic, that doesn't mean you're not going to be in it, because I just take each video and I take all the set chats and just put it in there. So I don't do it. Well, I know now how to do it without doing it manually. Here we go. Tanner McKee, shotgun, 2 to the right, and a running back in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Carson Steele, spin move, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose maybe a half a yard, and that's going to bring up a second down for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley looking on as Shipley had a good day, and Carson Steele tries to finish it. Mind you, Carson Steele is the fullback for the Eagles. but they're using him as a running back in the preseason. Pretty Mimi telling y'all to please hit that like on your way in. Subscribe, share, hype. Pretty Mimi keeping it down. Tanner drops back, rolling to his right, pressure in his face. Quick pass, and it's going to be incomplete in the direction of Britton Covey. And that brings up a 3rd down for the Eagles. Shout out to Pretty Mimi telling y'all to do what is necessary. It's easy. You come in, you hit the like, you chill, you laugh, you talk, you drink some it's all good. Here we go. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left for the half. McKee got the ball at the 32. Big 3rd down for the Eagles. McKee takes a snap, looking, pumping, now going to dump it off the steal. And he tried to make the man miss, but 59 with a solid tackle, and the Eagles punt team comes on the field.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Michael Peterson said Tanner needs his swag back. I absolutely agree with that. Man, what happened to that Tanner McKee swag? My man lost his swag for real, for real. That's not even a joke. That's like real life stuff. Like Space Jam stole his swag, not his talent, but his swag. That's what kept him in the game. Ball's going to go out of the bounds around the 20-yard line-ish. Spetch D49 with a $2 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Have to run the ball this year. We definitely have to run the ball this year. But here's the thing. Jalen Hurts ain't going to be missing left and right like these guys. However, the run game is automatically available to you. If our again, mind you, our backup line is going against the backup offensive line for the Patriots too. But I really do feel good about this line. And what makes me feel so good is not that they're just healthy, but the depth behind them. Danny DeVito is still in the game for the Patriots. Ball to 21. I formation. DeVito takes a snap. They're going to give it to the other back. I didn't see his name last time. He got the dreads. I don't know what number he is. If somebody can hear on their on their broadcast what his name is, please let me know. I just got to see his number. He gets hit so fast, I can't even see what number he is. Chance Campbell with the tackle, one of Vic Fangio's favorite. I think he's 39. If he is 39, his name is Crossley. Ariel said this ain't Space Jam, right? DeVito rolls out, finds Shims, and he's going to duck under an Eagle defender and pick up the 1st down. Number 86 for the Patriots, Shims the 3rd, ducked under the Thomas tackle and picked up a 1st down.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I'm awake said Thomas is getting cut. I'm awake Thomas is waking him up. My man Shims just ducked under him. DeVito in the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking, firing it deep. And he got a man open. Kyle Williams. He got the 1st down and more. Touchdown. That's why I'm awake said it. Damn, did Thomas get B-U-R-N-T? Burnt house.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I guess I'm awake is a little bit ahead of me. How are you ahead of me? I'm watching this on Direct TV. I'm awake. Please tell me what you're watching this on to be ahead of me. I literally pay for cable only to do the play-by-plays. Every area in my house has a streaming service, whether it's Hulu or blah, blah. I got so many streaming services. But how are you ahead of me when I have Direct TV? Anyways, I'm awake said Thomas is getting cut. I'm like, damn, you getting cut because he got ducked under? But no, the man got ducked under by Shims. And in the very next play, Kyle Williams burnt this man. I'm talking, you can park, okay, you can't park a car, but you can park a smart car in between them.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yeah, Thomas is cut. It was nice knowing you, 38. Appreciate it. You were camp body, you put in the work. Sorry, Thomas. Kyle Williams burnt the out of Thomas. Bad tackling, bad coverage. Sheesh. 10-7 ball game, 2:48 remaining in the half. I feel like this game's been pretty long. Flam Man Band said poor tackling. DJ said, ugh. Pretty Mimi laughing. We all laughing or crying. Blue said YouTube TV is mad fast. Damn. YouTube TV for real? Blue? 49 gonna bring it up to about the 30. Keep going, tiptoeing out of doing a toe tap. Oh, what is it? What is it called? What is it called when you tiptoe on the sideline? I forgot what it's called. Romulus said Thomas burnt toast, but hey, Blue, you watching it on YouTube TV? Please let me know. Because honestly, I don't really, listen, I literally pay a monthly bill for DirecTV. That's like $100 plus. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but it's $100 plus per month. Because I want cable so I can try to be on time with y'all. So if there's something faster, I'd rather do, if YouTube TV's faster, it got to be around the same amount of money, if not cheaper. And even if it's more, who cares? I want to be early or with you. I hate being late. Here we go. Tanner McKee, second drive of the game with 2:42 remaining. Ball at the 38. Nice return for the Eagles. They're going to hand it to Carson Steele, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of maybe 4.5. Jake Elliott on the sideline working on them kicks. No misses. Please, God, Jake, no misses. Sweaty Mouse said, hey, yo, Mike, I just got off of work. Fill me in. What did I miss so far? Thank you in advance. I'll break it down real quick for you. Andy Dalton is 3 of 10 for 44 yards, but the run game got us down the field. In them 44 yards were 3 crucial catches by Darius Cooper to drive us down for a first quarter, could have been, but second quarter early touchdown. Since then, bleh. Defense has been good, but last drive, a 50-yard bomb for a tub over number 38, Thomas. There you go. And again, it's all backups. There was no starters. So that's the best way I could fill you in. Sean Mannion in the booth. The offensive play calling looked good. Andy Dalton was 3 of 10. And if he just threw the ball decent, he could have been, like, there were open players. He just was overthrowing them, and I don't even know what he was doing. But real quick, since we got a commercial break, let's hear another quick word from our sponsor. Actually, we'll wait to halftime to do that. Wait to halftime. I'm Awake said, I hate YouTube TV for sports. All I want to do is be the earliest. Because mind you, when I do this, when I watch it back on YouTube, it takes 10 seconds or 15 seconds later. So what you guys are seeing me do, I'm not doing it right then and there. I'm doing it 15 seconds later. YouTube has the 15-second delay. So I need my TV to be ASAP early because we already got like a 15-second delay from YouTube. So I need my TV to be early. If my TV's a little late, plus YouTube's a little late, I'm super late. Random Man said, hope I didn't miss anything. Damn, Random. How you weren't here? You were in the chat before I even went live. You were talking in the chat at 6 37. It's all good, dog. You back. And it's a 10-7 ball game in the preseason. There's not really much to miss. You can't really miss anything in the preseason. If I have to run down my favorite parts of this game, I'll give it to you real quick. Will Shipley running hard as Darius Cooper, when the ball's thrown actually to him, is catching it and getting yards after catch. Cooper, yards after catch, put it in the vicinity, he snag it. Shipley, run hard. Trotter, a super good sack where he sacked Danny DeVito in 0.3 seconds. And one of my favorite, well, let's rewind a second. The backup offensive line is looking real good. Drew Kendall, Markel Bell, Willie Lampkin, dogs. If we got an injury, we'll be okay. Can't have a bunch of them, but a couple will be okay. That being said, Willie Lampkin literally took two guys, a 5'11" center, just with one on each hand, just brought him into the end zone on a 4-yard run. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Here we go. 2nd and 7, 2-minute warning. Tanner dropping back, quick pass caught by Carson Steele, first down and more. Inside New England territory for the Eagles. First down. And there's a flag on the play. Come on, bro. Shit. It's on the defense. Let's keep that clap going. It's all good, Random. Shout out to you, Brody. Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You missed it on a phone call. It's all love, bro. Random, you don't got to explain yourself, bro. You one of them ones that been here for a long time. Like, there's certain names that I just know that's been like, damn, you've been here for a long time. And I love y'all. I love all y'all, the new, the old. Tanner, dropping back. Quick pass to Carson Steele on a little HB screen. He got some room to run. Jumps over somebody. First down and more. Picked up about 14 big ones for an Eagles. First down. Saquon Barkley is super hype on the sideline. It was like a delayed RB screen. He breaks one tackle, makes the next man miss, jumps over a defender. Now Saquon is hyped because he loves that jump over shit. But hey, Carson still said, I'm white. I got to jump over you straight. I can't do the 360 jump, but I'll take the straightforward jump. Tanner dropping back, quick pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Eli Stellers. But it wasn't a drop by Eli. That was let me see the replay maybe. I low-key think it was an ugly pass, but even if Eli called it, he would have gained 2 yards and been touched on the ground. Let's see. Nope, they're going to the Carson Steele play. Okay, white men can jump. 2nd and 10, ball inside the 20, marking at the 14. Quick pass to Covey, makes one man miss, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown! Brenton Covey, the smallest man in all of the NFL, just got a tub. The smallest man in the game. Smitty's like, damn, I'm glad Covey's on our team because he's even smaller than me. Height and frame. Second level offensive line blocking is crazy. Covey takes the wide receiver screen, got beautiful blocking, broke a tackle, and scored for an Eagles touchdown.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Sandman with the $5 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Hey, maybe that green Sandman super chat had some good mojo on us. Sandman said, my wife said us Eagle girls are everywhere. By the way, the Trotter sack brought back some memories for real, for real. Hashtag go birds.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
I gotta say this loud and freaking proud. Shout out to Sandman and shout out to Sandman's wife for him saying that his wife said us Eagle girls are everywhere. That lets me know that Sandman be holding it down Philly, but so does wifey. In a way where it's like she be on that. I respect it. I love it. And more importantly, he brought up that Trotter sack, and I'm going to talk about that. The very next video I do, I'm going to glaze the shit out of that. Pause. Bro, the man sacked Danny DeVito in 0.3 seconds. He read the snap count like he was, bro, that's called tape study. That's teach tape right there. In a preseason game, we got teach tape to teach any linebacker, even someone like Zach Bond. Now, Zach Bond is Zach Bond. But my God, the way Trotter read that was absolutely dirty. Now, let's get back to the game. 59 seconds. The Patriots bring it out on the kick return to about the 20. I don't even know. I'm going to be capping if I said that. Raymond said big pause. ENI G Maddox said keep Tanner indeed. Eagle girls everywhere, they say. Hey, Sandman, you get 5 entries into the jersey giveaway on September 30th. DeVito from the shotgun, ball to 34. Dropping back, pressure in his face, and he just zips it out of bounds. It won't be a, what's that called? It won't be, can't think of it. Illegal, what's the thing when you throw out of bounds in the pocket? Somebody tell, intentional grounding. It won't be intentional grounding because there was a Patriots player in the vicinity. There was a Patriot player in the vicinity, so it won't be intentional grounding. DeVito dropping back. 2nd and 10. Pressure in his face again, and he goes down. That is Ty Robinson with his 2nd sack of the game. Ty Robinson, who literally, according to Vic Fangio, came off of life support, and he is rocking. Ty Robinson, 2nd sack. He really, this is his 2nd sack. He really is off life support. He really is. Vic Fangio's the coolest, the coolest coordinator in the game. He called him out and said, yeah, this man's been on life support, but he's off. 3 sacks in 2 games, and this game's not even over. They're going to hand it off on a delayed handoff to Larson, and he picks up a chunk of change, but that's going to let the clock tick down, and it's 4th down, 44 seconds. Do the Eagles call timeout? Looks like the Eagles are calling a timeout. They're not done trying to score. Yep. Eagles timeout. Nick Sirianni and this, maybe it was Sean Mannion who wanted it, but they're keeping the foot on the gas pedal. They're keeping their foot on the gas pedal. Ty Robinson, though. Let's hear it for the Vanilla Gorilla. I wanted to stop calling him the Vanilla Gorilla simply because you can't have a cool nickname if you're trash. But he has now earned a nickname in this preseason. 1 sack in the Ravens game and 2 sacks thus far today. Covey going to return it and be taken down with a nice return with 34 seconds remaining of the half. Let's go. I think we 4 or 5 shots deep. This was a brand new bottle. Anybody trying to light a fire? Let me know. Jake Elliott working on his kicks on the sideline. Could the Eagles get in field goal range? Let's see. Hey, look, it's preseason. I would like the Eagles to get to like the 48 and see if we can kick a 50-yard field goal. Tanner McKee, quick pass call. That is by, I believe, who is that? Bro, His name starts with a T. 46 on offense for the Eagles start with a T. I don't even know who that is. Here we go. 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. Please hit the like button if you're just tuning in. 28 seconds remaining. Tanner McKee is 5 of 7 for 51 yards and a touchdown. Tanner McKee threw 3 less passes than Andy Dalton, but has 7 more yards and a touchdown. Sheesh. Tanner dropping back on 2nd and 6. Has time. Now he's going to be tackled down, sacked by number 99. It looked like he had time. He tried to step up, and just like that, the pocket collapsed. And Tanner went down. That's going to let the clock click all the way down to 0. So the Eagles will go in the half up 14-10, which still, this game has been more entertaining in one half than the whole Ravens game. Simple and plain. Mama E said NFL Network showing the Patriots broadcast, and I have not seen AJ smile once. That's crazy. Philly Jackson said 14-10 at half. Steven said halftime. Ryan Knobb said, why call the timeout and do that? They called a timeout. They thought it was going to be nice. Again, they called a timeout because they didn't envision a sack on Tanner McKee. But once he got sacked, that took all the momentum out of it. DJ V said, let's hear that E-A-G-L-E-S.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
They do it better than me, type. Here. Notorious said special teamwork. Looking all right. Riot said Ty Robinson has been going off. Absolutely off. The crazy thing is, right before the Ravens game, Vic Fangio was asked about Ty Robinson, and he literally said that he's actually been playing pretty good the last 2 days. Hopefully it goes into the preseason game. So Fangio said Ty Robinson has been playing good over the last 2 training camp days. Hopefully it goes into the Ravens game. And it did. First quarter sack by Ty Robinson. Now, we didn't get to hear much from Ty Robinson because it wasn't regular training camp. It was joint practice. And in joint practice, the ones got more reps than what you would ask for in a practice because they want to get tested. Look, the preseason is for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. Joint practice is for the 1st string. So we heard some quiet down from Ty Robinson. But then Ty Robinson got his 2nd preseason start. He had a sack in the 1st quarter and a sack in the 2nd quarter. He's not going to play in the 3rd or 4th quarter. They're going to pull him out and put like the Uar Bernards, and they're going to put other people in. But and Uar already played a little bit and got out. I don't know why he didn't get back in. Maybe he did. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But Ty Robinson, let's hear it for the man, Ty Robinson. Vic Fangio said he came off of life support. So let's just, one more time. I'm going to break it down one more time. Fangio said 2 days before the Ravens game, he's been doing better. Ravens game, he gets a sack. After the Ravens game, they ask him during joint practice about Ty Robinson. He said he came off life support, which is a good thing. He was on life support, and he came off. Ty probably said, damn, Vic, you did me like that in the media? Watch this. Boom, boom! 2 quarters, 2 sacks for the Vanilla Gorilla. Like I said, I didn't want, look, we all know his nickname, but I was like, we not calling a grown man Vanilla Gorilla if he's not doing anything. Like, you could call Jalen Carter the baby rhino because he's a dog. You can't bring a college nickname to the NFL. We drafted a big white boy. We were like the vanilla gorilla. He ain't do shit last year, and he was on life support. But this man is putting in the work, and I'm a big proponent of not giving up on somebody. I have a video. If you go back like 2 or 3 weeks ago, telling everybody to not write off the vanilla gorilla. I said it. I said, has he shown us anything? Hell no. But don't write him off. Hey, True Life Turpin with the $5 super chat.
Eagles. Eagles.
I'm lighting this L for this halftime. Light it up. 100 shots. Let's get it. Fly, Eagles, fly. P.S. Can't wait for my Jalen Hurts jersey. Love Hurts in a good way. It does. It really do. The love for our Eagles, the love for our significant other, the love for our kids. It all hurts, but in a good way. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. 5 more entries in the jersey giveaway for True Life Turpin. That probably equals like 25 entries. You could just help me out and just one big $20 one. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you, Brody. And you looking good. You looking good. You looking confident too. Confident. Mir Slime in the building. Hey, Mir. Hey, I love me some Mir. On pause. But Mir Slime has been rocking with me since like 2021 types. He's been around for a long time on Twitter, on YouTube. And I posted on Twitter. Give some patience to our boy Eli Stowers. And Mir Slime said, nah, that boy looking real trash. So, we're going to wait and see. We're going to wait and see. No way he gets cut just off the second round tag. We're going to wait and see, Mir. I see you in the building, though. Respect. You've been MIA a little bit, but you one of them ones who've been here from the ground up. From the ground up. Yippee said Uar Bernard is way overrated. He looks like he's a Clydesdale. If you think he's going to look football ready in his second ever game, well, you can say that for any rookie. No. I'm talking not his second ever NFL game. His second ever football game. Each rookie's had multiple games in college and in high school. He's never played high school or college ball. He played a little b-ball. It's going to be a long process, but a strong process for Uar Bernard. Now, before we continue, and hopefully second half we can continue types, let's actually hear a word from our sponsor, Prize Picks, which is America's #1 sports picks app. And it's so simple. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineups. That's it. However, maybe you rather pick the team that wins instead of player stats, which is now on Prize Picks. Spreads, totals, pick'ems, whether it's a game or a fight. And best of all, Prize Picks got a new user offer that is really going to benefit you. Now, just play $5 and get $150 in lineups. If you win, you got to use code HMA when signing up to once again play $5. If you win, you'll get $150 in lineups. Sheesh. Shout out to Green Wingman with the $2 super chat.
Eagles. Eagles.
Gorillas, rhinos, and bears. Oh my. Listen, I ain't gonna even cap to you, bro. I literally watched The Wizard of Oz today with my kids. Well, my kid. My 11-year-old was playing PlayStation, but my 6-year-old, me, wifey, and 6-year-old, Used to be long hair don't care, but is no more long hair don't care. If you know, you know. That means you on Twitter. Anyways, they watched Wizard of Oz. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Gorillas and rhinos and bears, oh my. That's what we got on the D line. Gorillas and gorillas and rhinos and bears. Be aware. Be scared. Rimo said he thinks Uar Bernard looks better than he expected. And I gotta agree in a sense of, look, he was drafted because Clint Hurt saw the 1-2, the freak nature. I'm talking speed, strength, height, stature. That is what he showed. He can bench a lot. He can run fast. This dude has not played football. My 11-year-old is playing 11-year-old Pee-wee football. Then he'll play middle school football. And hopefully, my son going to be good enough. He got that 1-2 too. He going to, see, this is pay and you play. But my son's a starter. There's some backups. So you pay, you play. In high school, pay, you play. You got to try out and make the team. But if my son plays from 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, he's played, he got years. Uar didn't do that. Uar just played a little basketball, never played a football game. I'm not talking 5-on-5 pickup football, catch, tag football, or even tackle with no gear on with your friends. I'm talking about organized ball. He didn't do it at the PB level, the middle school level, the high school level, college level. His first games ever was against the Ravens and now against the Patriots. Give him some time. Jordan Mailata, an all-pro left tackle. How long did he sit on the bench? Rugby star out of Australia, Jordan Mailata, got drafted to the Eagles, 7th round, sat on the bench for a hot minute. Learned through Stoutland. And then became one of them ones. Now it's gonna be hard to duplicate it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the Eagles got a little recipe. And Clint Hurt is starting to be one of them ones on the defensive side. Here's the thing. Fangio ain't going to be the DC forever. But if I can read the tea leaves, I think when Fangio finally decides to hang it up, whenever that is, Clint Hurt is next in line. 2 entries for my boy, Green Wingman. True Life, Turpin said, listen, you want it? I got it. You want it? I got it.
Eagles!
Might as well keep this up real quick. He got 20 more on top of the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And again, this is only the preseason game. We might have to do a September 15th jersey giveaway. Or I already said I'm giving away 2. I might have to give away 3. Hold up, let me take this off. Because the real games, the regular season games, are going to go even more crazy. But one thing about Philly Mike is I bleed green. And it's a preseason game, but y'all don't watch me to be there again, like I said, and say, and just talk about it. Gotta live it, gotta love it, gotta feel it. But if you think I'm hyped now again, there's only so much hype you can get. But my hype for a regular season game is going to be true to the core. You'll just see. If you're new, you'll see. If you're old, you already know. True Life Turpin said, I'm not high yet. LOL Phillies, Mike. All love. I've been watching in the background, but there's never too late to show love. Fly, Eagles, fly. Appreciate you, Brody. 100.
Eagles!
Let's pour this bad boy up. Scott Graham, Ross Tucker on the coverage. If you're watching on NBC Philadelphia, local boys. Oh, that's a big boy too. That's a big boy too. Pause. Richie MC. Long time no see, my guy. Richie MC's been in one of them ones in the beginning, too. Hey, I'm going to need y'all to raise y'all glass. Raise y'all halftime glass. Pretty Mimi saying, hit the like. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. Read that Pretty Mimi chat. Dr. Jen in the building. I've been seeing you. I forgot to shout you out. Shout out to Dr. Jen. Raise your glass and let's take this. Salute, Eagle Nation. I know my guy, True Life. I don't think he's sipping, but he's toting. Eagles get the ball to start the third quarter, and it looks like Quez Watkins kneels it in the end zone. Quez Watkins kneels it in the end zone. DJV said it's a vibe. Hey, it's a vibe. Shout out to DJV. He been there, done that type. Tiffany Simpson says she know. Crown Royal, Apple. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Hey Dr. Jen 84. I appreciate you, Dr. Jen. I might need a doctor soon. I'm just kidding. We just getting started. This is light work. It's light work. Covey and Dalton talking on the sidelines. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Tanner McKee still out there. Ball at the 35 off the touchback. Carson still in. He's going to take the snap, take the handoff, and pick up maybe one. There was a line of Patriot defenders there. Not much room to run. Cole Payton, the only quarterback to score for the Eagles versus the Ravens last week, is waiting for his turn. Brandon Green, I see you in the chat. Devon Therese said, hey, is Hollywood and Elijah Moore not playing? I don't know. I don't think so. I think from the rip, it's been a bunch of backups. And I said that a bunch of times. I understand that. They're going to motion Gray, hand it off to Carson Steele. He goes up the middle for a solid gain on 2nd and 9, picking up maybe 6 or 7. Got to do that for my son. 6, 7. Razor said Apple. Apple Crown. Riz 1845. Talking to I'm Awake. Romulus said I want to see that crown. Oh, I want to see that Cole Payton. I want to see what Cole Payton can do. My bad. Reading it way too fast. Ball across the 40, still in Philly territory. Big 3rd down for the Eagles. Shotgun formation for Tanner McKee. Tanner takes a snap. Dump off to Carson Steele, 1st down and more. Crossing the 50, passing the 40, inside New England territory. Big time game for the Eagles. That's a good read right there. Tanner McKee, big 3rd down. Carson Steele open in the flat, nobody there. Just take what's given to you. Take what's available. Carson Steele catches it, and there's nobody in sight for 15 yards. He takes it for about 20, and he gets a big 1st down. Jordan Mailata loves it on the sideline, laughing, giggling. It's good to see. Here we go. Ball at the 30-yard line. Tanner takes a snap, quick pass call. That is Latu, 1st down and more. Latu needed 10 and picks up 13. Cameron Latu from the tight end position gets a big 1st down for the Eagles, and now the ball is rolling. Cameron Latu again. Whatever defense the Patriots are playing, the flats, the outside, the numbers are wide open. A Carson Steele dump off for like 25, and now a Cameron Latu to the flat for like 15. Under center, they're going to fake the handoff. Tanner drops it in a bucket to, I believe, E.J. Jenkins, and he'll be taken down. Nope, that is, who is that? Who's 85? Somebody in the chat, let me know. Somebody in the chat, let me know. 2nd and 6 off the 4-yard gain. Tanner McKee is 7 of 9 for 93 yards and a touchdown. This is what you want to put on tape. Under center at the 12. Hands it off to Carson Steele. He's up the middle. hit, but keeps his leg moving for a gain of about 2 or about 3. Flag on the play, though. False start on the offense. So that will be a backing up.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
What once was a 2nd and 4 is now a 2nd and 11. It's not a big time backup, but it still backs us up. Flags definitely ruin drives. Ball at the 16-yard line. Tanner from the shotgun. 1 to his left, 2 to his right. Takes a snap, quick pass, caught by 85 again. Who's 85? Who's 85? Somebody in the chat, let me know. Stone Smart. Why? How did I not know that? And shout out to don't know how to say your name. Fad. Shout out to Fad saying Stone Smart. I just didn't read it. Big time 3rd down for the Eagles. They lead 14-10. Tanner in a shotgun. Takes a snap. Tanner has time. Gonna dump it off the steal. Front another HB. Wow. Another HB screen for Steele. But it doesn't get the 1st down. He'll be about 1.5 yards short. But the Eagles actually using running back screens? Oh my God. I swear to God, I can't wait to see Strauss back. Running back screen to Saquon. He gonna take that bitch a long way. Run, Saquon, run. I can't wait to see that. 4th and 3, and the Eagles are going for it. We not kicking field goals. Tanner takes a snap, looking, firing, end zone, and it's incomplete. He went to 84. That's EJ Jenkins? So the Eagles go for it on 4th and 3 at the inside the 20. I think that's EJ Jenkins. Smirnoff said, yeah, keep drinking, bro. That whiskey getting warm. It get warm. I just hold it by the AC. Cool that junk right down. We'll be all right. 4th and 3, corner route to EJ Jenkins, and he just can't haul it in. It was a good pass, and it was a good attempt, but the defense was there too. Good offense, good defense, and this time the defense won. Commercial break. We're not drinking on that EJ, but EJ Jenkins with the drop on 4th down. Honestly, I understand Nick Sirianni's motive there to go for it because it's preseason. But what is something that we actually got to see happen? We need to see Jake Elliott kick field goals. You tell me it's more important to practice a 4th and 3 inside the 20 touchdown or 1st down over our kicker who needs reps. Look, it's preseason. You try shit. Just like that whole A.J. Brown getting it punched out by Reek Woolen. It really wasn't a punch out. I said that because of the tweet said it. I got the tape late. It was A.J. Brown trying to do a hook and ladder. They were trying shit. And I understand you want to try shit in terms of let's go for it. Well, you know what also I want to try? My field goal kicker. I don't want to go to week 1 not knowing who Jake Elliott is as a kicker because what he was last year was not good enough. And if ENI Manic is still listening, hey, shout out to you, ENI, because I know you're going to come at me for that Jake Elliott and I respect it. I love what Jake Elliott has done. He's been a part of 2 Super Bowls. There's only a couple people that got 2 Super Bowls with the Eagles. Brandon Graham, Lane Johnson, Jake Elliott, and our long snapper. But eventually, time is time. Ball inside the 10 at the 9. They're going to run it and lose 2 yards. Ty Robinson and others were in on a tackle. Flam Man Band said Carson Steele was open. I can't remember what all transpired on that play, but all I'm saying is, I understand we want to go for it to see how we do in the go for it time, but I also want to see how my kicker responds. I don't care if you win or lose necessarily, but I want to see how my kicker responds. Who's that? Quick pass, call, tackle down. Who's the quarterback for the Patriots? 15, I think it said 15. Yeah, Morton. Behern, Martin. What was you gonna call him? Morton. I'm awake. Said way too comfortable. All right, Rich Chip said I like Carson Steele. Respect. Morton facing a 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation. They're gonna motion 83 to the left. Morton takes the snap, looking, firing, caught by 39. He'll get the first down and more. Scampering up the sideline goes number 39 for the New England Patriots. His name is Crossley. Crossley catches it out the backfield for a big-time first down for the Patriots. Pretty Mimi said, talk your talk, Mike. Look, all I'm saying is this. The starters ain't there. You going for it is your play calling practice, but our kicker needs practice too. Under center is Morton. He's going to hand it to Crossley. He goes up the middle and he gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage, met by multiple Eagles. Man, the D-line has been tough. One thing I got to come away, if there's 2 things that come away from this game is our trenches are for real, dog. They're for real. They're talking to Lane Johnson on the sideline. I really wish I could hear what he's saying because when Lane talk, I listen. But I can't listen when I'm doing this. 2nd and 10, ball at the 23.5. Morton takes a snap, looking, firing, and it's caught. First down, but a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is. They don't even care about the flag. They just want to talk to Lane Johnson. Mind you, I'm watching on the NBC Philadelphia broadcast. I don't watch shit on ESPN on NFL Network. I'm not in Philly, but I'm right outside of Philly. That's that PA Philly broadcast. I don't listen to that. None of that. No Patriot broadcast, no ESPN, no NFL Network. We in the trenches. Well, not in the full trenches. I ain't in Philly, so I guess I ain't in the real trenches, but I want to be. 2nd and 20, so it's on the Patriots. Ball inside the 15, mark it at the 14. Morton dropping back, firing, caught. Big time catch by 37. 37. That is Westover. Westover across the middle on a dig route gets a big time reception, bringing up a 3rd down. 14-10 ball game after the Eagles go for it inside the 10. Can the Eagles get off the field and give some good field position to their offense? Morton setting up the offense, 10 seconds on the play clock. Morton from the shotgun takes a snap, has time, pressure in his face now, and he's going down. And Joshua Werru with his first sack of his NFL career. Joshua Werru. Gotta tweet this. How you spell that? Werer? Joshua Werru. Yeah, I suck at spelling, so you know I ain't gonna be able to spell that. Somebody in chat, let me. Oh, there it is. Weru. Thank you. I suck at spelling, especially right now. Weru with his first sack ever as a former rugby player. That's beautiful. You got to document these. I know it's the preseason, but Joshua Weru with his first sack ever as a former rugby player. Hashtag Eagles. Let's go. You got to celebrate the little things. Joshua Weru is coming from the same type of lifestyle, not necessarily because it's different countries, but Jordan Mailata, Australian rugby player. Joshua Weru, forgot where he's from, but a rugby player. Nothing about football. We bring him in, and my man Joshua Weru shows the bend, shows the dynamic. Oh, he a future piece. I don't want to poo-poo on Uar because Uar has a lot more to go. He can still be the best one of the best ones. Respect. But Joshua Weru really give me them Jordan Mailata vibes. You keep him on the bench for 2 to 3 years, and next thing you know, Jalix Hunt is paid, and our other edge rusher is a soon-to-be all-pro rugby player. Bro, it really might be that easy. Just draft rugby players and just transform them. Not right away, because even Jordan Mailata didn't play right away. Jordan Mailata took some time, but look who he is now. Jordan Mailata is one of them ones. I will say today, with my busy schedule, I didn't get to eat the dinner I thought I was going to eat before I drank. Let me just keep it at that. True Life with a $5 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
Y'all know I can drink, but normally I eat a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit, but it was rough today. Running around, mowing the lawn, doing all this stuff on a game day Saturday. Anyways, I digress. Truth Light said they talking to him about Hall of Fame and the linemen. Just wanted to let you know and how he feel about the season. He's excited and ready to fly. Eagles fly. Shout out to you.
EAGLES Eagles!
True Life literally super chatted to tell me what Lane Johnson said. Now, I guarantee you, I'm going to figure it out. At the end of the day, I rewatch the broadcast. I rewatch the All 22. I do all that stuff to make sure I know as much as I can about our birds, good, bad, ugly, sad. I just won't know today. But shout out to True Life for letting me know. That's 5 more entries into that jersey giveaway. I might have to move it up. It's September 30th is too far away. Shout out to y'all. Tanner going to hand it off to Carson Steele. He goes up the left side and picks up a chunk of change. Was contacted 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. It picks up maybe 6. They're showing Joshua Weru, though. Shout out to bro. Shout out to him. Carson Steele is literally booing these guys, too. Mind you, Carson Steele, if you go on the Eagles roster and look at what is next to Carson Steele, it's not running back. It's fullback. He's labeled as a fullback. Now, he can still run the ball like a running back, but he's labeled as a fullback. Tanner, under center, ball across midfield. They're going to give it to Carson Steele again. He's going to pick up maybe 2 yards on that play. It's going to bring up a third and about 3. Pretty Mimi said, Mike, go grab you some food. I'm good. I'm chilling. I just said I probably ate a little less than I expected due to my busy schedule, but that don't stop the movement. The train is still going. Choo. All right, now we getting crazy. We good money is what I'm trying to say. I'm ready for more and more and more. We going to keep going. The show don't stop. Ball at the 41. Tanner, shotgun. Another handoff to Carson Steele, bouncing off defenders, and this time he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 4th and 2. We're in New England territory. Let's see what they do. Looks like the punt team's coming on. Oh, no, they're not. Tanner McKee ran off. Oh, no. Tanner McKee ran to the sideline. They're staying on the field. Ball at the 41 in New England's territory. They need one. Shotgun formation. Tanner takes a snap, looking, firing, hit ball. His hand was hit as he fired, and it's another incomplete and another turnover on downs. That's poor. Back-to-back fourth down attempts, back-to-back fourth down turnover on downs.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
At the end of the day, Sean Mannion is the play caller. But Nick Sirianni picks if we go for it, punts it, or kicks field goals. Now, granted, I ain't mad if you go for a fourth and one with Jalen and company on the field, because we're going to do the brotherly shove, right? We all know the brotherly shove is coming. 4th and 1. I guess they don't want to do it in the preseason. I don't know. 4th and 3 inside the 10 at the 9. I wanted to see Jake Elliott attempt that, which would have been what? 28-yard, 30-yard field goal. I would love to see Jake Elliott up 4 attempt a 30-yard field goal. Because I've seen him miss from 30. So him making it would have brought me up a little bit higher on the Jake Elliott scale. Witch King, I appreciate you saying pause, but I'm not going to read it. Last time I read it, I got cooked. Or last time I said it, I got cooked. I'm awake said, pissed me off. What pissed you off? Them going for it? Both times or one? Which time? Razor said, Razor said it's not looking good for Tanner. I mean, honestly, Tanner's first fourth down attempt was to EJ Jenkins. It was a good ball, just a good defensive play. That one, he tried to get it up, but his hand got hit as he threw it. Like, no quarterback is going to deliver a strike when your hand gets hit up. So, I mean, there was pressure. Big FRNX said, dog crap play. Respect. Romulus said, man, get Cole in there. Tanner not looking good. I mean, Tanner was 7 of 9 for 93 yards in a tub. At one time, Tanner was 7 of 9 for 93 yards in a tub. Morton going to hand the ball off to, forgot his name already. Is that Milton? Lawson, Dante Lawson from Alabama, the undrafted rookie free agent with the tackle. I like that. 2nd and 4 for the Patriots. Ball at the 47-yard line. Morton under center. Gonna motion 83 to the right. Hand the ball off. And he'll be blasted by multiple Eagles. He doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Jam Miller on the carry, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Multiple Eagles. Everybody but Uar Bernard. Damn. Joshua Weru. Everybody in on a tackle minus Uar Bernard. And I'm not trying to single him out. I'm just calling it as I see it. I got a lot of love for Uar. Morton going to hand it off to Larson up the middle, and he's going to fall forward close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it. $24 Bird said, put Brandon Mann in the game. As the kicker? What do you mean? Brandon Mann is the punter. Quick said, Mike, I have an Eagles song. I want you to be the first to hear it and use it. Jalen Carter approved. A quick 1886. Can you please hit me up on Twitter then? Hit me up on Twitter. 4th and 1. They're going to mark it short. They're going to go for it. Hands it off, and he's going to be short. No! The second effort from Lawson gets him over the first down. Wilson, Aweru were in on there on the backfield. Uwar Bernard was in there too. They hit him a yard shy, but he fell forward for an easy 2-yard extra. Holy. Gabe Hall, Joshua Aweru, Wilson were all in there, but they couldn't stop him. He gets the 1-yard gain. They're going to fake it to Larson. Morton going to throw it to the ground. And the intended target was what? Dippy? Yo, these names is crazy, dog. I ain't even going to cap. I feel so weird saying them. Dippy? Who the f Dippy? Maybe I read it wrong. Shit crazy. They're doing a wave in the Patriots Stadium because they like, this game is trash. 2nd and 10, a minute and 30 left for the third quarter. Morton, shotgun, takes his snap, looking, firing, pressure in his face. They're going to give it to Larson, and he breaks one tackle, but is pushed out of bounds. He breaks the Ramirez tackle, but his group pushed out by a bunch of Eagles. That brings up a 3rd down. Big 3rd down for the Eagles defense. What would the Patriots offense do in response? 3rd and 4. A minute and 5 seconds to go. A minute and 5 left of the third quarter. Morton, shotgun. Eagles showing blitz. Here they come. Morton, quick pass, and it's going to be caught by number 80. 80 with the big time catch on 3rd and 4. Julian Hill on Wade. Wade on the coverage, Hill with the catch, and that is a 1st down for the Patriots. Lord have mercy. Eagles sent the blitz, but they couldn't get home, and Morton strikes the slant to Hill. Ball inside Eagle territory, mark it at the 33. Morton under center. They're going to hand it off to I forgot his name, but it starts with a C. He's inside the 20, down to about the 13-yard line. Oh my goodness. Here they go. Number 30. No, that's not number 30. It might be 30. Jam Miller? Lord have mercy. Shout out to Razor RU with the $5 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
Mike, say it. For real, I don't see a lot of the brotherly shove this year with this new offense. Fly, baby. I'm going to have to say it for the super chat. Let me just say pause before I say it, so I don't get fried in the comment section or the chat. Big Daddy Lane. Pause. That's the double, triple pause. I just like to call him Pave the Lane Johnson. You know what I'm saying? But he said, for real, I don't see a lot of the brotherly shove this year with this new offense. No, but the funny thing is, on 4th and 3, on 4th and 1, and even a 4th and 1 that was converted by Andy Dalton. One of his 3 catches was on 4th and 1. It was a drag route to Cooper. He took that mug like 20 yards with yards after the catch. All that being said, 4th and 1, 4th and 3, 4th and 1. Guess what we did? Pass, pass, pass. 4th and 1, 4th and 3, 4th and 1. 3 passes. If this is the regular season, maybe pass on a 4th and 3. But on 4th and 1, if you don't brotherly shove because you love the run game, because you love the outside zone scheme, then run the rock. All I know is 4th and 1. If I see a Jalen Hurts pass, I got to smack somebody. 4th and 1 should be a run to the running back or a brotherly shove. That is it. First of all, sometimes you got to punt and sometimes you got to kick field goals. But if you decide not to, on 4th and 1, run it with Saquon, run it with Tank, or brotherly shove it. I don't want to see a shotgun 15-yard pass on 4th and 1. No. That's for 3rd and 1, not 4th and 1. Shout out to True Lifer with a $5 super chat as well.
EAGLES Eagles!
Kind of missed that play. I think Chance Campbell did something good. He said, I know everybody wants 55 to be on the sideline or to play. The last time we won the Super Bowl, I seen 55 on the scoreboard. I'm just saying. I like that. 55 will always go down in Eagle history as just like the number. BG's one of them ones. Delay handoff for Crosley, and he'll pick up maybe one tackle down by the linebacker, Chase Campbell. Love to see it. Once again, every super chat dollar gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway. True Lifer got one for the Lane Johnson talk. He also got one for the Brandon Graham talk. And Razor RU 1989 got 5 for trying to make me say Big Daddy Lane. They're going to hand the ball off to Larson, and he's all the way inside the 5, gets the first down on 3rd and 9. I'm over here reading stuff, and the Patriots are low-key creeping back into this game. Mind you, it's the 4th quarter. It's the last people on the roster, but they're at the 2-yard line. Morton hands it to Larson, and he's in for a Patriots touchdown.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
If we kick the field goal, 4th and 1 at the 9, it's a tie ball game, pending the extra point. If we also test Jake Elliott with like a 60-yarder, who knows? Who knows? I don't care if we win or lose. It's just preseason, but still, it's preseason for the players, but it's also preseason for the coaches. Get it together, bro. Get it together. JB Warnock, I appreciate you. True Life, I said oh, he said, I think you missed a comment. That's when I went back and read it. Mama E with the prayers. Somebody get hurt? I'm awake, said Wade. Cut. Razor said double nickel. Chris Moore called the TD. ENIG said drop the emoji. Not so fun emoji. The not having a great time emoji. All I know is this. It's preseason. Who cares? We definitely seen more fluidity in the offense today than we saw all of last game. However, 4th and 1, bro. Run the rock. And I understand the Eagles will always be an aggressive team on 4th down to where they go for it. Honestly, I think we all feel more comfortable going for it with Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Saquon Barkley. The list goes on and on. We feel more comfortable going for it with our starters. Okay. If you want practice to go for it without your starters, it don't make sense to me. That's practicing coaching. You should already been practice coaching, especially Nick and his decision making. What I really want to see is a 33-yard field goal from Jake. And some people think that's automatic. But I honestly don't know. That's why I don't even care about the score. I don't care if it's 14-17 or 17-17. I just wanted to see Jake Elliott kick a 30-yard field goal or 28-yard field goal. Where 4 years ago, I said it would have been automatic. If anything's under 40, I will leave the room, close my eyes, turn around. It's automatic with Jake. It hasn't been that way, though. So I think he needs the reps. Tiffany said, Mike, we are okay. Next rep up. Yeah, I'm not even mad. It's a preseason. It's all good. I'm just saying, I think somebody can use a rep too. I think what was more important on fourth down was to see Jake Elliott kick over a fourth down attempt. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it at that. ENI G-Matic said this compared to last week is definitely improvement. That's facts. Quez Watkins on a return, bouncing off a couple guys, and now he's going to be taken down at the 27-yard line. Ariel Mass said, today is today. Dr. Jen says sometimes Nick's decision-making makes it questionable. But we already know that he's always an aggressive coach. And I understand that. I actually am okay to live or die by the aggressiveness at times. But I need to see Jake Elliott kick. That's my whole thing. They're going to fake the handoff to Carson Steele. Tanner going to swing it to Quez Watkins and it's too far right. Past the outstretched hand of Quez Watkins. That's what we got. We got Quez Watkins running speed outs. As much as we want Tanner to sling the rock, it's going to be tough when you got Quez Watkins out there as his intended target. They're talking to Jake Elliott because I read somebody's comment. They're talking to Jalix Hunt and they're showing all the interception highlights. I love it. Jalix Hunt is about to have a monster year. The dude might have 2 to 3 picks and like 10, 11 sacks, dog. That's crazy. Ball at the 40. Tanner changing the play at the line of scrimmage. It's 1st and 10. Tanner takes a snap. Why does it say 1st and 10? Carson Steele outside the numbers to the left, and he'll lose maybe a yard or two. Damn. Patriots definitely got there on that one. Michael Peterson said Quez should be in the CFL. All right, let's see what's going on. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We still got 357 people in here. Please, if you haven't hit the like button, hit it. We should have a lot more likes than what we do. I need y'all to hit the like if you didn't. Tanner, 2nd and 11, dropping back, looking for the check down, going to dump it off to Carson, but he throws a dirt ball, so it's incomplete. Razor said, does Quez catch anything? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Romulus said Quez about to get cut. Tiffany said Nick's pressure rate and successful rate win is at a high level, 85. Respect. Here we go. Big time 3rd down with 12:35 remaining in the 4th. They're going to motion Carson Steele in the backfield. Tanner up to the line of scrimmage to change a play. 2 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap. Blitz coming. Tanner scrambling. Throws. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Stone Smart. It would have been way short of the 1st down. And it's incomplete. Here comes the punt team.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Today's Vic Fangio's birthday. Jen84 said, happy birthday, Vic. I gotta believe her. She heard something on the broadcast. Damn. We need Vic Fangio to get younger, not older type shit, you heard? 4th and 11. Eagles punt team on the field. Down 3. Leva with a funny emoji. George Lindsay Sr. said he talking about Quez. Let's talk about Ringo. Why is he here? He's blackmailing somebody. I mean, Ringo has been bad throughout his time as an Eagle. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. However, thus far in the preseason games to this year, he's been... Shout out to George. Appreciate you. Happy birthday, Vic, from Angel Schaefer. I'm horrible reading names. Especially this new way that they all combine it so close. It used to be differently. Draft Junkie said that might have been Tanner's last snap as an Eagle. Sheesh. Mr. Jaquetta said Tanner's stock has fallen down and out. Yeah. Once upon a time, look, when the Jets came calling for Tanner, they wanted to give us a third. Howie said, I want a second. They said, I don't know about that. Howie said, then I'll talk to you later. Click. Howie calling him back like, I'll take a fourth. And they're like, nah, I don't know about that. How about a seventh? That shit wrong. This is Tanner's stock.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh, Lordy. Tanner, what's wrong with you, bro? You used to have swag, bro. Got the with the Jalen Hurts pig and the ice on the neck and the in that one Cowboys game, he had 5 passes, 3 touchdowns. Oh my God. Now you suck. Well, look, he was 7 of 9 for 93 yards. They should have pulled his ass then. Hey, yo, let's not forget, Tanner McKee was 7 of 9 for 93 yards and a touchdown. They should have pulled his ass right then. That would have looked good. You got 9 attempts, completed 7 of them for almost 100 yards in a tub? And I don't think he completed a pass since. They're going to hand the ball off to Collarcy or whatever his name is. Picks up a couple. Going to bring up second down. Bernard jumping around. He's hype. He want to get hands on somebody. Bernard want to get hands on somebody bad. Bernard is trying to get hands on somebody. Oh, it's 39. Who's 39 again? Oh, Crossley. 2nd and 7. Morton dropping back, looking, firing, caught by Minor. He's going to pick up the first down and fall forward for even more. Or that's Wilder. I kept saying Minor. What's his name? 23? Saunders Jr.? What the? There's 2 23s. Oh, that's De Granero. We're going to call him D. That's it. I hate these guys' names. You could tell if you're a backup by your name. If your name is not cool, you're backup worthy. Morton, going to hand to Crossley. He goes up the middle for a gain of about 5 on first down. Taken down by Ramirez. Brent Peterson in the building. What's going on? Here we go. Clint Hurt on the sideline talking with Carter and company. Bernard still in the game. 2nd and 6. Ball at the 40, still in New England territory. Under center. They're going to hand it to, not Crosley this time. That's number 30. Jam Miller, and he picks up a little bit. Bernard in there on his first group tackle. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. Y'all might think it's late. Y'all might think I'm too bad, but I promise y'all I'm not. Don't let this stop you. Let's get it. 3rd and 3. Ball at the 43.5. Morton takes a snap from the shotgun, quick pass, and it's caught. First down. Number 83, Dixon on the catch. Uwar Bernard was on the sideline for that. Quick pass from Morton to Dixon, and he picks up a Patriots first down. They're showing Uwar Bernard when he played basketball in Nigeria. Boy, was not that big. Cut said hit the like from Mike. Under center is Morton. Ball at the 48, still in New England territory. They're going to hand it to Crossley. Up the left side, breaks a tackle and picks up a couple. He's going to pick up maybe 4, crossing over midfield, bringing up a 2nd and maybe 6. Let's see where they spot it. Evers said Steele, Lampkin, Peyton, Bernard. Them backups definitely did work today. Shipley, too. Can't forget Shipley. Ever L. Brent Peterson said New England has too much time to throw. Morton going to motion the tight end, fake it to the fullback, hand it to Crossley. He's going to be hit in the backfield. No, breaks loose. Fumble on the play. He fumbled the rock. Philadelphia ball. He fumbled and went out of bounds, but the ball stayed in. Holy Crossley got the ball punched out by Wade. He went all the way out of bounds, but the ball stayed inbounds. I'm telling you, Wade punched that out so hard, Crossley went 7 yards out of bounds, and the ball sat there next to the sideline, and it's turnover Eagles football. Man, that shit looks crazy. Normally, when somebody gets the ball punched out, they stop running immediately and try to jump back on it. You know what I'm saying? Try to regain possession. I don't know if this man thought he didn't drop it. I don't know if this man just couldn't put the brakes on his own running. But he went 7 yards out of bounds while the ball is sitting there on the floor, on the field. That was crazy. That punch was beautiful, said Mama E. She wants the roots, she gets the roots.
Keep that roots going, baby! Roots on 3! 1, 2, 3, roots!
And what comes after the roots?
Love is everywhere.
We love the Flower Girl, and we also love Shot Time. Shout out to Brent Peterson with the $20 banger.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Fumble. Put this towards my Elliott jersey. Go Birds. This man has big huevos. If he wins a jersey and he tells me to get him a Jake Elliott jersey, you know what? I can get him a Jake Elliott jersey just off the grip, because Jake Elliott is not a one-time. He's a 2-time Super Bowl Eagle. We love the Flower Girl. And we might be mad at Jake Elliott for what he's done last year. But there's not many Eagles that are still on the roster from 2017. And Jake was big in 2017. Jake was big in 2024, and Jake has been big in between. But at the end of the day, a kicker goes from up here, and I'm afraid that Jake has fell off. But even if Jake sucks, even if Jake gets kicked off the Eagles, I'm always gonna love Jake the Make, 2-time Super Bowl Eagle champ. He'll never lose that status. And Brent Peterson said, if I win, give me that Jake Elliott.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
I'm about to cry. I'm just kidding. Yo, I could be mad at Jake because I want to see how he's about to do this year. But Jake will always be a legend. since the first time he hit that 63-yarder versus the Giants in 17, bro. Jake will always be a legend. Tanner fakes the handoff, pressure in his face, dumps it off the Stone Smart. He needed 6 and picks up 8 for an Eagles first down. 8:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Can the Eagles pull off the win just for GP? But Brent Peterson, you want the Jake Elliott jersey? I need you to take this shot because you almost made me cry. Thinking about Jake Elliott. I'm just kidding. Jake has been with us for a minute. You ain't lying, Mama E. Ball at the 40 real quick. 1 second, Brent. We going to take this shot. Motion. Quick pitch to Carson Steele. Oh, my God. Patriots penetration was there. There was 3 guys in the backfield. There was nowhere for Carson Steele to go. He's going to pick up a -1. Shout out to Brent Peterson, who said if he wins, he wants a Jake Elliott jersey. I'm going to have to get me one just because of what he's done for almost a decade. Salute, Brent. Salute, Eagle Nation. Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts, watching. Tanner, dropping back, quick pass, call. Will be taken down. It'll be short of the first down. Before the next play happens, let's take this shot. Love all you guys and gals. Shout out to Brent. Brent Peterson always comes through. I feel like Brent Peterson comes through when I need it the most, though. Like, there'll be times where I'm like on a dry spell, and Brent comes out of nowhere. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate it, Brent. Big third down, ball at the 35-yard line in New England territory. So we're in field goal range, maybe. Tanner dropping back, looking, firing, caught. A diving catch from Stone Smart. Big time catch for an Eagles. First down. Wow. Stone Smart gonna run a quick slant and just beat the defender. He fell down on his legs, and Stone Smart still catches it. I see I'm awake saying no flags because he fell on his legs past 10 yards. First down for the Eagles. Tanner under center, ball at the 25-yard line. Tanner gonna hand it off to, nope, fake. It's a wide receiver reverse to Quez Watkins. I forgot his name. That's all, folks. Quez Watkins on the fake running back handoff, flipped to the wide receiver, but a flag on the play. Here we go. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the offense, a chop block. Did they call a chop block on 46? A Tory? Bro. Abri. That's all, folks. I couldn't say Quez Watkins' name. Trying to forget it. They did a fake handoff to Carson Steele, flip it back to Quez Watkins. He picked up the first down, but a flag on the play on a personal foul on number 46 on the offense, not Joshua Weru, he on the defense, but a Tory, however you say his name. Sheesh. Once again, shout out to Brent Peterson. He gets 20 entries into the jersey giveaway on September 30th. Every Super Chat dollar gets you an entry. 2nd and 24, quick pass call by Watkins? No, that is 49. Who's 49? A Tory. So he makes it up a little bit. Hey, so he's 46 and 49. I don't even know. Quick screen. Oh, that's Ezaraku, or how you say the E name? Somebody sign it out for me. Number 49 is that, it's not Ezaraku, it's Azukura. I don't know how to say it. We gonna call him E. 2nd and 17 after the penalty. Ball at the 32-yard line. Tanner, shotgun. Takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. And the whistle's blown. We got a false start on the Eagles probably. Damn. So 2nd and 17 turns to even worse. What the? Oh my gosh.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Scott Linder said, Tory, 46, you just got cut.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We were inside the 20. Now we're damn near at the 40. We're at the 37-yard line with a 2nd and 22. Tanner dropping back, quick pass, Colt. He'll be tackled at the 20. That is Ezaraku. I'm going to keep calling him that until somebody tells me how to say his name. Ezukuma? Ezukuma? Turn around, let me see it. It's a lot of words. Akuna Matata. Ezukunama. 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 I don't know how to say it. Ezaraku was that one pass rusher that I liked out of Boston College that went to the Cowboys. That's why I keep saying it. But Ezukuna, I don't know. 3rd and 5. Tanner dropping back. Quick pass to Carson Steele. 1st down and more. He's going to jump over for an Eagles touchdown to take the lead.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Carson Steele receives a pass from Tanner McKee. Just a quick pass to the flat. The Patriots are not looking at the flat. They watch in the middle. They think Sean Mannion's only going to pass in the middle. So he dumps it to the flat. One man to beat. And he out with the big time hurdle. The hurdle. Number 2.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Saquon might do the 360 hurdle, which is unheard of. But Carson Steele, white boy, keeping it to the classics. The regular jump over, but not one, but two. Not one, but two. Shout out to my guy, Brent Peterson, with a $10 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Flowers, Mike. Hey, Brent, you don't even have to super chat for flowers. You get the flowers whenever you want. But before we plant the flowers, you got to grow the what?
Keep that roots going, baby! Roots on 3! 1, 2, 3, roots!
And after the roots come the
Flowers everywhere.
We love the flower girl. That's for damn sure. Shout out to Brent Peterson getting 10 more entries into the jersey giveaway on September 30th. Any player or color. I said we are going to give 1. Now he might give 2. I might have to bump it up to 3. Because if y'all going this hard in the preseason, let's just get to the regular season. That's all I'm going to say. But y'all deserve it. I love y'all to death. Jake makes the extra point. So honestly, Jake has made all the extra points. 3 tubs, 3 extra points. I wanted to see a field goal attempt, 30, 40 yards out, but I'll take the touchdowns. Touchdowns. Greg said, flowers everywhere. Hey, yeah. Fireman said, yeah, this stream is fire. I appreciate you. Let's hear it in the chat. It's only fire because y'all keep it fire. I feed off y'all energy and the Eagles' energy. It's preseason. I understand that. But nobody want to hear me do this. This is what y'all, if you want it, I'll give it to y'all. Tanner McKee drops back, looking, firing. Okay, caught touchdown. Cool. Nah, bro, we got to get up. You got to get right. It's just the preseason. But every time a preseason comes and goes, that gets us closer to the real deal Holyfield. Shipley and Saquon talking on the sideline. Mama E dropping that Philly strong. E&I G-Matic dropping that Philly strong. Carson Steele with not 1, but 2 leapovers. Yeah, I called it a leapover because this white boy's. Hurdle just sounds too cool. We gonna call it the leap over. I'm just kidding. I love y'all. They're gonna return it from the 3-yard line, crossing the 20, passing the 25, and he got drilled by number 43. Sheesh. Who is that? Is that Ebikaiti on special teams? He drilled him. Let me see that. It looks like it because he got the handshake with Jalen Carter. Carson's still talking with Saquon like, bro, I don't know. Look, I'm out of breath for just jumping over somebody. I don't know how you spin move 360 hurdled him. Sheesh. Should be like, I don't need to hurdle people. I just run up this over. Morton in the shotgun. Gonna motion the receiver to the right. Morton takes the snap. Looking, has time, firing. That's going to be almost intercepted. 49. That is Bolden for the Eagles. Close to the pick. The ball was low and he dove to the ground for it. Incomplete. Bringing up second down for the Patriots. Bolden almost picked that. That would have sealed the deal. The ball was intended for number 19. What's his name? Prentice? These names is crazy. The intended target was Prentice, but Bolden almost picked it. 2nd and 10. Morton in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Morton looking, firing. Quick pass call and tackled. Wade read it. Tackled him immediately. A short gain of maybe 3 or 4 on the play. Beautifully done by Wade. It was a short catch, but Wade was all over 88. All over Dorner. I thought he jumped it so quick he could pick it, but it was a short route. Big third down for the Eagles defense. Morton, shotgun, takes a snap. Pressure in his face. Morton forced to throw it. It's caught, and he'll be taken down. But Larson reaches for the first down, and the referees give it to him. No. Big third down. The pass was short of the sticks, but Larson, the starting running back, so he might be second or third string, was able to carry number 47. Come on, is that Lawson? Deontay Lawson out of Alabama, the undrafted rookie, was carried for 3 yards. Morton, quick pass. Ah! Why am I getting this hype off a preseason game? Gray should have had the pick. Gray with the Butterfingers, dog. Yo. That's wild. I only screamed because, bro, you got to catch that. Yeah, you were in an awkward position, but the pass was tipped by Gabe Hall at the line of scrimmage and over here to Gray. Morton firing on the drag route, and Villador just makes everybody miss and takes a 2-yard catch for 10 and the first down. Lord. Bro, we got multiple chances to end this B. And we just can't end it. We just can't end it. Villador with a 2-yard drag, and he runs it for 8 yards after the catch for a first down. Ball at the 47, still in New England territory. Morton going to hand it to Larson, and he goes up the middle for a gain of maybe 3. Let's see what they mark it, maybe 4. 2-minute warning. Let's go, Birdfish. It's a preseason game. But when it's this close, if we lose, I ain't going to cry over it. I ain't going to cry over it. I don't cry over. I actually do cry over regular season losses, though, type shit. But it is. It's not a regular season loss. So we're not going to cry over it. But the fluidity in this game, the playmaking, again, I'm just so hyped. Because last week, this is how we did. Eagles got the ball. Eagles punting the ball. Eagles got the ball. Eagles Last week was so boring. And this week, you got to be a little extra. Not only off the play of the Eagles, but it's a week closer to the real deal Holyfield. So I'm turned up. And at the end of the day, I had to scream off that because the ball was in your hands, Brody. It was an awkward, it would have been an awkward interception. And does somebody know Gray's first name? If somebody names Gray's first name, they get a couple entries in the jersey giveaway. 5 entries. I'll have to note that on my tab because I'll have to put that in manually. Who the heck's Gray's first name on defense? I think it was Gray. Now I might be even mistaken as it's Gray. But the shit was over here. Still, you catch that, the game over, dog. I'm trying to go sleep. My son got a scrimmage tomorrow, you heard? He don't gotta be there till 10:30. So we don't gotta leave until 9:40. I don't gotta wake up too early. But my son got a scrimmage tomorrow. You know what I mean? I want to be able to yell at him too. I ain't gonna have no voice to yell. Why'd you ain't catch that pass? Why you voicing like that? Because of an Eagles preseason game. God dang. Danny Gray, first one that said it was G-Lo. ENI Dramatic came right after. Philly Jackson right after. Alex said JT Gray. So hold up. Is it Danny Gray or JT Gray? If it's Danny Gray, G-Lo wins. If it's JT, Alex wins. I'm awake. You were right behind him. Is it JT Gray or Danny Gray? Either way, he's up out of here. It's Danny? Okay, G-Lo then. G-Lo. I'm gonna write this down. Pencil, paper. 10 entries. Right at my desk. I'm gonna mark it down. Put you in there. G-Lo. It's JT? It really is? Is it JT? We gotta look it up. If it's hold on. Morton at the 49. We still got the game on though. Morton at the 49 takes a snap. They're gonna hand it to Larson. Larson up the middle. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Let's go. Pooley, the safety, in there on the tackle. A short gain of 1. That's a beautiful tackle from Pooley. He came up from the safety position. We gonna figure it out. But look, if it's Danny, G-Lo wins. If it's JT, Alex wins. Morton dropping back, throwing it deep, 1-on-1. Oh my God. Looked like Parker was open on Wade. He couldn't track it. He went this way, then he went this way. He couldn't track it. Thank the Lord. We got 2 super chats real quick.
EAGLES Eagles!
George L with the $5 super chat. Didn't say nothing, but I appreciate it, homie. You always showing love. Ball at the 49. It's a big third down. Real quick. Wait, Brian. Big third down for Morton. He takes a snap. Looking. Quick pass. Call. Slant. And it's a first down. Dorner catches it a yard short, but is able to slide over for a first. Oh, my ugliness. Brian said, sorry so late. Did Lemon play? Go Birds. No, Lemon did not play. 0 starters played in this game. 0 starters played, but he's touchdown. He stepped on his foot. Brian Weeks, I appreciate you again. Every super chat dollar gets you an entry to the jersey giveaway on September 30th. 5 for George L, 2 for Brian. I'm sorry you're late. You must be handling business, so respect, my guy. But no starters, including Mekhi Lemon. But I did like to play. We all love the play calling. There was still some bad execution from both quarterbacks, in Dalton and Tanner. But let's see what this replay says, because this is going to be big in terms of how this finishes. Listen, regardless, when this game's over, I'm going to go on the Eagles roster. I'm gonna go on the Eagles website and go to what's his last name? Whatever his last name is. I forgot for a second. we gonna figure it out. Oh, Gray. Whatever Gray's first name is, I'm gonna figure it out on the Eagles website. Michael Peterson, Wade, stick to boxing. Tiffany said, stop short. I agree. My man stepped on his cleat a whole yard short. Without the cleat step, he might have slid over. Dorner was sliding for the first down untouched, but he got stepped on by his cleat and then touched on the elbow. Michael Peterson said that crown kicking in. You already know it is. But we still here, dog. That's one thing about me. I can go from 100 back down to relaxed. Let's see what they say. I can't hear the ref. I got to figure out where he points. I can't read lips. So y'all let me know in the chat what's going on. He's talking for a long time. Blah, 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 blah. Is it first down or not? That's what we want to know. Now I see Wawa in the left-hand corner looking real good right now. Runner was short, says Pretty Mimi. Runner was short. Y'all confirming it was JT too. That means Alex. I have to scratch you, G-Lo. If that's the case, I got to put Alex. Alex coming again so I get your whole name. You a channel member. I got you. Never mind. You good. 4th and 1 for the Patriots. What is going to happen? Even Byron Young don't play. That means you know he's what? The 4th string D tackle, but he's going to get PT. That's how you know he's going to get PT. 4th and 1. Morton, shotgun. Bought the 42. Morton dropping back. Quick pass call. First down. Dixon. So Wade on the coverage. And now Wade on the first down coverage. A damn
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Wade allowed Doran to almost slide for a first. And now he allows Dixon to just cook him. Shame. $10 at night, 1minute and 7 seconds left. Ball inside the 40, mark it at the 38. Morton in the shotgun. He's going to motion Villador to the right. Morton dropping back, firing, and it's incomplete. He tried to go. Oh, they're going to get a flag on the Eagles. Wade, get Wade out of here.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Get Wade up out of here.
Shame.
Offset fouls. Shout out to Steven. I couldn't hear it. Mind you, I got to go off my eyes, and my eyes showed me that, and I got sick, and I said, bleh. Witch King said, Wade is low-key getting cooked. Super cooked. But the offset and penalties keep it exactly where we need it to be. Ball at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Morton. Morton takes a snap, looking, firing, wide open. Wide open for a touchdown is number 23. And his name is Saunders Jr. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Lordy.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
37-yard touchdown. 49. What kind of coverage is that? That to me lets me know that they didn't know the play call. 49 is playing like he's Bolden is playing like he's in a zone and has safety help over the top. Bolden is playing like he got safety help over the top when we're playing single high. We're playing single high. Bolden, he ain't studied the playbook. Get him out of here. Getting beat physically is one thing. Not knowing the playbook is another thing. My man playing a cover. He playing cover 3. I don't know what he's playing. He playing some zone type of concept, thinking there's a safety over top, realize there's no safety over top, tries to run with it. He way in the back. Way. Again, Wade will not be on defense for the Eagles ever. Bolden will not be on the Eagles defense ever. Thomas will not be on the Eagles defense ever. Ringo, he actually might in case of. Shit. Hold on. We about to return it from Quez. Quez, take it all the way. No, we don't. Shout out to Brett Peterson. Even if it's a laugh funny at the end of the night shot, I'll take it, my guy. I appreciate you.
EAGLES Eagles!
Brett Peterson with a $20 banger. That's 40 entries. Actually 50 because he dropped a $10 one too, I believe. That's 50 entries tonight. It's preseason. Hold on. You already know what entries you get. You've been here, done that. It's preseason. This is annoying, but it doesn't suck. We had an offense today without the starters. This was not a bad day, Mike. You ain't lying. It wasn't a bad day. And honestly, it's not over yet. Let's see if Jake got a leg. Timeout. Eagle call timeout. Hey, look. Again, this is... Oh, there's a flag on the play. Never mind. Again, this is called play-by-play and reaction. If my reaction is like, bleh, then why are you here? I'm not going to be... Look. Good job, Eagles. Oh, bad job, Eagles. No, I got to hype it up and bring it down. Again, when I leave this play-by-play and I talk tomorrow, you'll see the analytical Mike. But right now, I'm the fan reacting live from what I see. Bleeding green, drinking crown. So it's up and down roller coaster. I still love my birds, and I understand it doesn't matter. I actually hope we go. Oh, I actually don't hope. But it doesn't matter if we go 0-3 in the preseason. It doesn't matter what happens in the preseason. You just want to see progress. So as my guy Brent Peterson said, it's preseason. This is annoying, but it doesn't suck. We had an offense today without the starters. That means Sean Mannion's evil genius is showing up through the backups. This was not a bad day, and I agree. Our Eagles scored 21 with our backups. Willie Lampkin clothesline 2 defenders into the end zone. Shipley's a dog. Trotter with a 0.3 second sack. And Brent Peterson giving me my second super shot from him alone. Salute to Eagle Nation and Brent. First and 20 after the penalty with 45 seconds. Quick pass call by Stone Smart to about the 28-yard line. Brent Peterson gets 20 more entries into the jersey giveaway. Like, I know he knows, but I just want to make sure he knows. I appreciate all y'all. Hey, we sipping. This is what we did. And again, today was a busy day. I normally eat I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had an egg roll. That's all I had for dinner. I got that shit to go. My family ate a full plate of Chinese food. And my Chinese food is over there waiting for me. After this, I'm gonna have to get it. So, but we all right. We cool. I'm chilling. The real ones know what Philly Mike can do. Been there, done that type shit, you heard? So we gonna get to the regular season, and Brent Peterson is one of them ones who know as well. Ball at the 28-yard line in Philly territory. Cole Payton time with under a minute left. The lefty looking, he'll be sacked and he fumbles. Game over. Patriots recover. Now I'm gonna play the shame just because it's shame worthy, but Philly Mike is happy. The same thing that Brent Peterson said, that is real life.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Mike with the Philly sign said Mike's a wild dude. I'm just a guy who likes to have fun, my guy. Best believe, if any one of y'all came to my area, we be chilling. I'm not the I'll never be that. No matter how many shots y'all get me, I'm still good because y'all almost made me finish bottles. And I was still able to say everybody's name and this, that, and the third. We all good. Eagles lose to the Patriots 24-21. It was a up and down roller coaster. At the end of the day, as my guy Brent Peterson said, we found our identity in terms of we look at this play caller and the play selection and say, I like it. What we didn't like is some of the execution. Again, we are inside the 10, at the 9, 4th and 1. If you go for it, that's cool. We'll run the ball. Was that a Sean Mannion thing or a Nick Sirianni thing? I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I still think the identity, and oh boy, do they go under center. Now they do some shotgun. Nobody will never not do shotgun. There will always be some shotgun, but man, under center galore. And I can't wait to see how Jalen Hurts is under center for more than half the snaps. Let's just say Jalen Hurts snaps the ball 60 times. It will be 40 under center and 20 in shotgun. Last year, it was at a 60. It was 55 in shotgun and 5 under center. If that, 58 in shotgun and 2 under center. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I like what I saw. 24-21, that's cool. It is what it is. As my guy Brent Peterson said, and I'm going to read it one more time. It's preseason. This is annoying, but it doesn't suck. We had an offense today without the starters. This was not a bad day. If you leave this game with any negative thoughts, and I don't know what to tell you, and you be like, Philly Mike, but you were yelling. I always yell. I'll yell for no reason. It's just what I can do. It's the up and down hypeness I get. This adds to it. But even still, y'all see me in the joint practices at 9 o'clock in the morning? Bro, who was there in the joint practices? It was 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm sipping coffee. I'm yawning. But when a good play, I'm like, oh, you see that shit? It's just general principle type shit. Come on now. Anyways, I love y'all to death. There's still 322 people in the building. I don't even know how many likes we got, honestly. I might be sad if I see it. Let's see. How many likes? We got 485. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Can we get 15 more? We got 485 likes. I know that's more than what's in the building right now. That means somebody liked and left, or didn't like or didn't laugh, or blah, 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 blah. But if there's 15 people who look at their device and realize they didn't like it, can we get it? MVPs in the chat. Mama E said, Mike emotional, and we love it because we real fans. Emotional. Look, it's a preseason game. Like my boy Brent Peterson said, we going to take it on the chin. It was good while it lasted. We showed some stuff. Again, we all know the team that goes 3-0 in preseason probably sucks in regular season. And a team that goes 1-2 or 0-3, probably one of them ones. Simple and plain. It be like that. But we're not going to keep it long on here after. Alex said, I hit that like button. It's done. 504 on the like button. I told you we got MVPs in the chat. And let me scratch this off on my paper. The 10 entries got to go to Alex Loreno, 4078. G-Lo, I love you to death, bro. You always here too, but you said Danny. And he said JT, and I think they confirmed it. I'm going to double check it. But it was JT according to the public. William said, also, I watch our backup defense get ran on. Yes. Again, do you think push comes to shove, Fangio is going to call the same defense in a regular season game? Do you think he's going to call the same defense when he has Coop, Quinion, Bond, Carter, Davis? And I can go down the list. There's many more people to name. He's not. So it's okay. And still, 4th and 1 with Shipley, even though he was running the ball hard. I'll run it with Shipley. But I guarantee you, Sean Mannion is not that kind of guy who would do a 4th and 1 and throw for 20 yards when you got Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Or Tank. We'll be all right. What I want y'all to do, hold up. Shout out to Brent Peterson for being a member for 42 months. Did you see the Disney collab? We got Dr. Doom. No, I didn't. Hey, Brent, if you follow me on Twitter, please send me the link, tag, whatever. I want to see it. I didn't see it. So please inform me on that. I appreciate you, Brody. I want everybody real quick before we get out of here, because it's going to be short, to put your favorite play or situation that happened in this game. Give me your favorite play of the game. I'm awake, said JT, so I'm going to take his word for it. I'm still going to check it out, but if I'm awake saying it, I believe it. What was your one thing? And look, again, I'm a big fan of the Willie Lampkin clothesline, 2 people into the end zone type shit. That actually might be my favorite. I'm going to tell you too. That and Trotter's 0.3 second sack. I don't care what anybody said. That was fire. That brought me off my seat a little bit. V. Williams said, I saw some things in the game. Appreciate it. I saw some things too, my guy. Hey, Dr. Jen said Steele was fire. Respect. I'm awake, said Gabe Hall. He definitely was a menace at the D tackle position. Mama E said Cooper was going crazy and ship. Okay, Coop ship. Greg said trot sack. Ooh, that tickled. Lampkin for sure. You ain't lying, Jen. I'm awake, said Shipley too. Come on, we need to get a little spammed out a little bit with what y'all saying before we get up out of here, because we're going to get up out of here quickly. Shipley, we're going to ship ourselves out of here. True Life said, and the running back and the running back 2 leap. I thought Beckham was playing when I Carson Steele with the 2-time hurdle in the same game. The double hurdle. That was nice. Ace the Dragon said T. Robinson. I like it. AJ Harris said whoever 78 and 79 on defense was making plays. Okay. I'm going to pay attention. Mama E said Trot went. Yo, look, all I'm saying is when Trot literally came down from the linebacker position into the gap, into I think the was it the B gap? He jumped the gap and kept going. Like he read the snap count perfectly. Perfectly. Troy Polamalu used to jump over the snap count perfectly. That's just next level shit. I don't even know how anybody could do that. That's why he gonna be in the Hall of Fame. But Jeremiah Trotter Jr. to read his snap count that quickly, bro, that was fire. Aaron said we need a backup quarterback. I don't disagree. Even though I thought Tanner started good. Again, not 7 of 9 for 93 yards in a tub. And he finished with something way worse. Witch King said backup cornerbacks are straight dookie juice. I don't disagree with that. But that's our backups to the backups. Because Michael Carter can play some backup corner. Coop can play some backup corner depending on who gets out. Yeah, and the rest are not that good. Shipley look faster? I mean, I can't disagree, but to me, I thought Shipley looked stronger. That man was running over grown men, multiple men. Like, hit at the 2 and take guys on his back for 6 yards. Hop on. I want to take a ride. 6 yards down. Get off. Pause. True Life said, don't forget the boxing. Wait, what? The onto the boxing right now. UFC boxing, your fights. I'm just saying, I've never been a big UFC guy. But I appreciate you, homie. Rimo said JB isn't bad when healthy. Who's JB? Jacorian Bennett? We got to see. But with that being said, EL said, go Birds, cool coverage. I appreciate you. Again, I will do this every single game. Preseason, but I'm in a different mode regular season. Trust me. Now you could say, how much mode can you get more than that? Well, 2 things. 1, I'm going to eat a respectful dinner when it's regular season. And 2, there's been times in the regular season where this bottle's all the way down to here. And we still rocking and rolling. You don't believe it? Come through. I love y'all to death. Shout out to the new ones. Shout out to the old ones. We got over 500 likes. Hopefully some of y'all subscribe to the channel if you're not grandfathered in. Because I see a lot of my OG followers in the chat. But until next time, y'all know what time it is.